Welcome to Ecomm Cowboy. This is Consumers Daily Show, where we believe advertising is awesome, ignorance is expensive, and the American dream is alive and well on the wild, wild web today. It is Friday, July 31st in the year of our Lord 2026. We're coming to you live and in living color from a beautiful yet undisclosed location hidden in the Austin, Texas hills. We're brought to you by Slash, Postscript, Rocked, Aftersale, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Tide, Trend Track, Rich Panel Intelligence, Northbeam, and Seguno. And boy, have we got a jam-packed show for you today. Ulta is targeting Gen Z or Gen Zalpha, like the mix of them, teen boys. Ulta reaching teen boys. Very interesting outside of my concept and going about it a very wise way, methinks. The Medicube playbook on TikTok Shop, they're doing like 20 mil per month there. Not bad. We're going to do a watch and react from Bryan Bloom. And Friend, the lonely AI wearable, this is actually being framed as the AI god. I'm not kidding. Okay, we're gonna be joined by Matt Froehlic today, new growth manager at Flat Circle, and doing something interesting for all of Flat Circle's North American clients. Brian Bumgardner is coming to us for the Northbeam weather report. We're also going to be joined by founder of Shootin Doubles, the one and only Nate Lagos, up here at the front of the show. As always, I'm joined by my partner in crime, Colin Dougherty. Colin, get in here! Get inside this show! Wow. I can't tell if we're having a prayer right now or you're just locked in.
I'm locked in.
Are you sad? Don't tell me you're sad.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
I can't deal with sad. I'm
locked in.
Locked in. I feel that.
I'm locked in.
I feel that. And that's why I appreciate you. And that's why I love doing this show with you every working day of the week here in the United States of America. We must welcome the man himself. I would call him a whiskey dog. I would call him a knower of ball. I would call him a man of words, copywriter extraordinaire and founder of Shootin Doubles, the one and only Nate Lagos. Nate, get inside this show. Get in here.
Wow. Let's go. Wow. Strong entrance.
This is what happens when you have me on the show on a Friday afternoon. You know?
I can tell you work for yourself now. That's what I can tell.
Oh, you think I wasn't doing this at 1 p.m. on a Friday when I had a job? Come on.
You know, here, can we just say this up front? Sometimes I think a little bit of influence can help the creative copywriting skills. I do
100%.
think this. Do you agree?
100%.
Do you agree with this?
Hemingway, you know, every
Right?
country music artist. That's what you do.
Right? I think
Couple
there's
drinks.
something- I think there's
Let
something
the
to
words
this.
flow. I'm a big fan of writing and ideating and brainstorming with a little bit of a buzz. Just edit sober and you're fine.
Yeah, I like that,
Absolutely.
actually.
Yeah,
I think that's super
Sherlock
smart.
Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
Big on opium.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
I don't know if we need to go that far.
I'm just pointing out, like,
but sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we need to go all of that
Yeah.
far.
Artists and substances go together.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet from you, Nate Lagos, that I wanted to surface here. I'm sure that we've got other things to talk about as well, but I am sending said tweet to producer Jack right now, who is a very real person. We actually had some question about this. Some people thought producer Jack did not exist.
She's
She
real.
very much exists.
She's
okay?
real. I've heard her voice.
She just
she's not
she just rebuked Nate earlier on the show for his lighting and said, "Hey, we gotta square up that lighting there."
Yeah.
I don't know where we went, but I can definitely see Nate's tweet here now. It's official. I'm hosting drinks and dinner at the Lion's Share. I thought this was just like a clever term from you, the Lion's Share.
No, this is a restaurant with exotic game meat in San Diego.
Oh,
whoa.
really?
Yeah.
What do you mean exotic game meat?
First night, Commerce Roundtable, San Diego. Bring us back, producer Jack.
Yeah, they got like some nice Wagyu and steak options. They got elk. They got I think I heard the rumors of antelope and ostrich. If you guys haven't had ostrich, very good.
Really?
But yeah, we're gonna do it right. Yeah, ostrich is great.
I Restream kicked producer Jack out, but she's back. You know, this may sound boring to me, boring of me, but if I am there and we're like, having steaks and commerce talk, etc., I might just be inclined to go ahead and order a ribeye. Like an old school ribeye. Is that lame?
Don't worry.
Is that lame
not
of me?
Not at all. Ribeyes will be there for sure. But yeah, both the Cowboys here are invited. I'll add you guys to it.
I'm there.
The rest of you guys want to get on the list, DM me. We've only got 20 spots. This is all free, paid for by me and my copywriting business. So I just want to come, put on a good time for everyone, eat steak, drink whiskey. I'll be bringing some of my own whiskey there. I got approval for that, but I don't know if you guys saw. I just bought an entire barrel of Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye. It's the little medallion on it here says it's the Lagos Reserve, selected by Whiskey Nate. That's me. We'll have a few bottles of this going around. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. First night of Commerce Roundtable in San Diego.
I think that's worthy of a double eagle. Is what I think.
Yeah, double eagle.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it. We put on a dinner first night. Commerce Roundtable in Austin was incredible. Stayed out till I think 2 a.m. Yeah. But I much rather you host it because we're gonna be live, I think, for 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah. I'll host. You guys can just come be guests, put your feet up, drink a little bit, eat a little bit. Producer Jack, throw a retweet on that post. Thanks very much.
Let's go. Yeah, there's gonna be and how many spots here? We got like 20 spots. I feel
20 spots.
Oh, look at that.
I think I got 8 people on the list. Yeah, this place looks sick. We got the whole upper level of it. I think at 6 there's going to be an hour of cocktails and hanging out. We'll sit down for dinner at 7, and they're going to bring out a bunch of meats and yummy food and drinks for us.
I dig. I've got a couple in my pocket that I'd like to be there. And this is exciting, Nate. Bring us back here, Producer Jack. What else is going on with you? I mean, we got the copywriting camp that's already sold out.
Copywriting camp sold out. Starts on Wednesday. Are you excited for that?
I'm
That's going to be
excited.
A good time. And then as of this morning, I have only 2 slots left. Close a big 9-figure brand this morning, by the way. So
good on you, big flex.
That's why I cracked the whiskey early. That's all I have to do.
Flex.
Good on you.
But yeah,
Chris, hit him with the Shopify dang. Jeez.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you. So yeah, 2 client slots left. If you want me to write copy and do CRO work for your brand, let me know. Hop in the DMs. But hurry up because I've already got some pitches out. So next 2 people will get it.
Wow.
I mean,
that's exciting.
I'm going to say this. Nate came on the show and he closed a 9-figure brand afterwards, and then his entire copywriting course sold out. So
I may be some connection here, Nate.
Ecomm Cowboy Effect
dinner in San Diego.
Ecomm Cowboy Effect. Let's go.
That's what I want. That's what I want. This is why we want the best and the brightest of consumer on this show, so that we can make the connections. And methinks that the dinner is going to be completely sold out very soon. Everybody should DM Nate, and that thing probably be wrapped up by the end of the weekend, and people be pushing. Maybe I'll be the one pushing you, Nate. More seats, Nate.
More elk. More elk, Nate.
Gentlemen, it is Friday. It is Friday, and our favorite segment of the week, perhaps for many watching this show, is a beloved segment of mine, especially, and that is Hot Caliente. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the one and only hot jobs of the weekend. This week, it is singular. It is hot job, because there is one job only that we want to surface here. Producer Jack says, sorry. It's okay, Jack. You're back and you are with us. Jack, I'd like you to just solo on me for a little bit here and bring me in. I want you to highlight me here, because this job is it is a job at Ecomm Cowboy. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. And what we are positioning and putting out here, put a post out earlier this morning, is head of content at Ecomm Cowboy. We've got so many things going on here. I will say I love doing this every single day of the week, because every day is game day. And we do this because operators and winning on the internet in 2026, it demands knowing what is happening now, what is changing now, what is working right now. And before we started this show, a gathering place for that did not exist on the internet. And so since doing this, it has been incredible not only to flag, signal, document, and implement for ourselves as e-commerce operators what is happening, what is changing, but also to surface it for our community. I will also say, I don't know if you feel this way. You can bring us back to everyone here. Nate, Colin, sometimes working at a laptop by yourself kind of sucks. It's hard. True. I mean, that's why it's awesome to have a live show where everybody who is doing what we can do and are doing can interact, all of the things. And then thirdly, just to make it a little exciting and come at this thing with energy every day. I say all this to say there's a big why behind why we do this show every day. And inside of our team, where we want to go next, we need a dog to get in the pit and push this thing forward every single day of the week. We're maxing out our capabilities right now. Team as is, producer Jack working till 9 p.m. every night, doing her thing, all of these things. We need another person in the seat on the team to push this thing forward and maybe expand both IRL, other platforms. Who knows where this thing is going next? Colin, Dougherty, any thoughts from you that you would surface here, bring to light?
This is a pretty wild role, and it's going to be a fun time. And get ready to scale. Get ready to grow, because we have no plans on slowing down. And if you want to be a part of that rocket ship, let's rock and roll.
And I'll also say this. We rarely brag on ourselves here, which I think is appropriate. But sure. Colin sold his Ecomm brand, built and sold a Shopify app too. I don't know if we're allowed to say that. Okay.
Sure.
Been working in the software and partnership agency space for a decade plus now. Me, myself, I've done a number of things in my life, and there's a whole lot of people that are better at me at certain things. There's not many people who are better at all the things. Okay. And what we are going to do is dump all of our knowledge into said person, and we're going to be in the pit pushing this thing forward every single day. Nate Legos, thoughts from you on this hot job of the week?
Got major FOMO because I want to be more involved in the Ecomm Cowboy team.
Yes.
I wish I was like a few years earlier in my career. I would have hopped all over this role. But for now, I'm super happy to be a recurring guest mic on the show. And I'm super excited to see y'all continue to grow with this new hire. And from what I've heard recently, if whoever takes this job, you're going to end up with some of my whiskey in the studio.
That is true. That is
true. A little added perk that didn't make the job description, but I don't know. I think it's worth throwing it out there.
And I'll say this, hey, remote, anywhere you want to work in the world, that's cool with me. If you are in the Austin, Texas area, I'm happy to have you like with me side by side in the studio every single day. Would love that.
There we go.
Would love that.
Let's go.
And we're going to be in it to win it. And gosh, I've done a lot of things in my life, gentlemen, but I don't think there's anything that gets me more excited to wake up and go to work every day than being live every day. Is game day.
That's awesome.
It's an incredible thing. It's an incredible thing. CTA here, DM me, okay? Get in my DMs. I am asking you to get in my DMs and send a little video, and we will chat. Many thanks to all the future people we'll be talking to, and we cannot wait to get moving forward. Moving forward now to top stories of the day. A word from our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen, over at Seguno. Play it, producer Jack. Seguno is the only marketing suite that lives entirely inside of Shopify. What's that mean, Chris? Your emails, your pop-ups, your banners, your reviews, it's all there where you already work and play every day. And it means that you don't have to seed your trust to big email. That's over-attributed data with Seguno. Your Shopify data is the email data. It's a big reason why they won the 2024 Shopify Build App of the Year. One-click automations, actual humans that can help you build for lean teams with big aspirations. Go get the advanced Shopify segmentation playbook at the URL scrolling across the screen. Get a free trial of the platform. Tell them Colin I sent you. It will extend that free trial to 30 days. Many thanks for Seguno being part of. Gentlemen, how often do you frequent Ulta, would you say? Do you go there often, Nate, Colin?
I'm at 0 times in 30 years. So
0 times in 30 years. Colin, you?
Sometimes I gotta go with the wife to buy her stuff.
Okay, sometimes. But you would say probably not built for you. Fair? I mean, Nate's
Definitely
never
not.
been there.
But
Colin,
they
you
always
go
come
with
up
the
to me.
wife. Yeah. They come up to you and talk to you?
They're like, "What do you need?" And I'm like, "I don't want any of this. Please get away from me."
I'm not sure what the difference is between Ulta or Sephora, to be honest. They feel like
Both.
twins of the same thing. Are they the same
Oh
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, they kind of
No.
feel like the same thing to me. They're not?
No, they're two different. I mean, they're the same thing, but they're two
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, but they're same thing.
birds of a feather flock
Yeah.
together. That's my point.
Two sides of the
Ulta-
same coin.
Two sides of the same coin. Ulta is reaching Gen Zalpha teen boys. Okay. Very shocking to me. I at first listen, how are they doing this?
Oh, fragrance.
Let me give you some details here, gentlemen. Ulta Beauty is reaching Gen Zalpha teen boys through First Men's Mastige Fragrance Lodge.
I'm going to need a couple definitions. First of all, Zalpha.
Yeah, right.
Let's start with Zalpha and then move on to Mastige.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Yeah.
Zalpha is like the mix of Gen Alpha and Gen Z. Like, I know we're always talking about Gen Z. Like, Gen Z's like old now. Gen Z's like very much in their 20s.
They're all in their 20s, yeah.
And like exiting teenhood. Gen Alpha, that's like my kids, like my oldest child is Gen Alpha and a few years above her. They are very much like in the now. We should be talking about Gen Alpha more. Some of us
like
are already
teenagers now.
Yeah, exactly. They are like
junior high school right now,
preteen, early teens, etc.
Cool.
Mastige is a word that we have heard oftentimes in terms of retail. It's like a luxurious framed product that you still sell like.
Oh, this is a blend of like mass appeal but prestige.
Yes. Yeah.
Married together.
Like,
okay.
It's
not very creative, but I'll
hire from the copywriter. From the copywriter himself.
Better than that.
Not creative enough. Let me give you some details on this. Teen boys have become an increasingly important consumer demographic over the past few years, thanks primarily to their insatiable appetite for fragrance. Shocker to me. This includes the accumulation of fragrance wardrobes, gentlemen, where users rotate their fragrances daily based on mood and occasion, often selecting from a robust collection of both designer and dupe scents. Teen boys also care about their fragrance atomizers, did not know what that was, and save for niche fragrances that signal access and knowledge about the category. Much of this stems from TikTok or Reddit, as you would guess, where, quote, frag heads, short for fragrance heads, follow the latest trends in industry news. It is very much a collector mentality, said Glossy senior editor Emily Jensen. There are actually a lot of parallels with how teen boys are discovering and purchasing fragrance today with the sneakerhead community that was big in the 2010s. Now that like resonates with me. I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
But teens are notoriously fickle, changing their minds with such vigor that it can be considered a curse to attract too much focus from the young people. Attention from teens and tweens crushed the once skincare darling Drunk Elephant after young shoppers claimed the brand as their own, then quickly moved on, causing quarterly sales to fall by as much as 65%. Crazy. Teen boys today straddle two generations: Gen Alpha boys 16 and younger, Gen Z boys 17 and older. Together, they have been dubbed Gen Zalpha. This is totally new info for me. I didn't know that fragrance wardrobes, fragrance rotations based on mood and occasion was a thing. It does remind me a little bit of like Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, like back in the day, but I only ever had one, a single fragrance at a time, I believe. Thoughts on this? Colin Dougherty, start with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, guys are trying their darndest to win the affection of a young lady, and they're going to try to pull out all the stops, all the moves in your arsenal that you have available. And as a teen boy, you don't really have much. You got maybe your wardrobe, you got maybe your shoes, maybe you're the man and you're playing the best sports of your life right now.
True.
Maybe you're the fastest kid at recess. Huge flex. That kid was the best. But another piece of this is how you smell. And if you're a good smelling guy, people want to be around you a little more. They're like, oh, that's great. Flip side of that, if you're a bad smelling dude, do not want to be around you.
Preach.
Especially a young lady. I was we were at a conference recently, and there was a guy there that did not smell the greatest, and I was like,
that's true. I remember that actually.
Yeah, you remember that moment, and I was like, I have to get out of here right now and go get a snack.
I know. I wish you guys just would have told me. I would have gone back to the hotel and showered.
No, that wasn't you.
That
wasn't you, Nate. What are your thoughts on this, brother?
First of all, there hasn't been a single article that has made me feel more like a boomer than this one. Absolutely insane. Mastige and frag heads. Like, I'm so lost. But I understand the collecting angle. I understand the trying to woo the ladies angle. It's super interesting how the things that like are making kids cool today are so foreign to us. It's probably why we all thought like adults were lame growing up. Yeah. Like what made you cool in high school for me is like, yeah, were you an athlete? Did you have a car? Right. Did you dress well? Like guys that wore cargo shorts were like dorky. Like that's what our cool barometer was. Sorry, is that a hot take?
No, that's true. That's true. I agree with that.
Whoa!
I agree with that, Nate. I agree with that.
Wow.
Anyways, but yeah, super interesting that this has become the latest thing that's making teens cool. I wonder how much of this goes into like, you know, are these guys following around their little girlfriends to these stores, and these stores were like, hey, we might as well do something to try to get them here.
That's a great point.
Because similar to Colin, it sounds like middle school boys are being dragged to these stores by like their girls.
That makes all the sense.
Yeah, it's not the last thing that Colin has in common with 12-year-old boys these days, but
my skincare. Perfect, dude.
It is perfect. You're looking icy.
It's your youthful energy.
Yes.
So this is a great point. This is a great point. Number one, like how can a teenage male like, you know, flex a little bit and you know, strut the peacock feathers for the ladies. Yep. Not too many things in his arsenal he can use. Number one, that's great. Number two, they're probably following their proposed significant others to Ulta, to Sephora. Like, why not build in something inside of that offering for said teenage boy who is following a girl or a flock of girls to Ulta Beauty? That makes all the sense in the world. I like that. That's a great angle. Boy, it makes me want to think like, is there other opportunities for other categories to do this kind of thing and become a new item of desirability to flex and flaunt one's status in high school and younger? This is very interesting for me. I would have never thought of this. But you both bring up some great points here. Wow. Very significant. Why not go the fragrance route? And you know what's interesting too is that Bandholz over at Beard Brand and Andrew Ferris, they are both creating, like, they really kind of style themselves as like their brands are. It's really a fragrance brand, you know. Bandholz would say they're a fragrance house that is like beard men's grooming forward, but they're really a fragrance house. Andrew Ferris coming out with a solid cologne that one can rub on. This is interesting for me.
I have a question for you guys. Was like Axe body spray big when you guys were
huge
in high school? Huge.
Double fits to chesty.
Yeah, of course.
But you know about
and
that.
Then by the end of my time in high school, it was like phasing out. It was not cool. Totally, it was gross. It was overpowering. I wonder if enough time has passed since then that like fragrance has been able to re-enter the market for teens. Because as soon as like, again, like once I was halfway through high school, it's like, hey, don't wear Axe. Like that's gross. That's like a middle school boy thing. Like cut that out. And I wonder just if enough time has passed that like a fragrance is now being accepted, because I think if you rolled this out when I was a junior in high school, we all would have been like, no, fragrance sucks. We learned that as we got made fun of for wearing Axe the last year. Like we're done with fragrances. But maybe just 10 years has gone by and now fragrance is back and it's cool.
I'm also ready for cargo shorts to make a comeback, particularly because you made that comment, Nate Legos. I was a all-time cargo short wearer. Now I did eventually, you know, move away.
Things might have been different where you grew up too.
Well, and also I think I'm, I know I don't look it, but I think I am about a decade you guys senior. I know that's a shocker for everybody here. Yeah, that's a shocker. But at one time, boy, the cargo shorts were in, man. They were very in. I wouldn't wear them now. I wouldn't. They're too long, too heavy, all of the things. But yeah, very interesting on fragrance. Next story here, producer Jack, I want to move forward one. I'm not that interested in Medicube right now. I'm really interested in Friend as the AI god.
Let's go.
Literally, quite literally, Friend, the lonely AI wearable pendant. Founder is framing this as the AI god that can help one. Okay, let me give you some details. Okay, I don't think this is great framing for them, but I'm moving forward here. 2 years ago, tech founder Avi Schiffman launched Friend AI wearable. You guys remember all of these ads? They took over New York City, the subway, etc. Would send you text messages about your day. They have introduced a 2.0. Okay, introducing Friend 2.0, Schiffman tweeted Thursday. Friend now comes with a built-in speaker that can project a unique and consistent personality to its user. Very interesting. Okay, there is a commercial that I would like to just play a few seconds of. I find it very sad and to me, it doesn't excite me to use the product, honestly, but I can see how it would be very winsome and helpful for certain people. A new commercial for the wearable shows a woman wearing a Friend and talking to about it, which is presumably her ex-girlfriend, and they're helping, Friend is helping her get over her loss, etc. Totally valid. I get that. Video then switches to a man standing on a hillside discussing his filmmaking ambitions, etc. New price is $249, okay, rather than the previous $99 price tag. Schiffman says, I am interested in this kind of relationship in attempting to offer some kind of confident friend, God, not really sure what it is. Jeez. But it is not an assistant and it is not a lever. It is not a lever. Gentlemen, do you want to see, let's just see a few seconds.
See this commercial.
Of this video.
Yeah, let's watch this thing.
We just need to see a few seconds. You're going to get the whole vibe when we just watch seriously 10 seconds of it. Play this for us, producer Jack. Give us a few.
I'm just struggling.
Do you still think about her?
Yeah.
When was the first time you felt this way?
Okay, you can stop it here, Jack. You get the vibe. You get the vibe. The whole commercial is this. It just makes me sad. It makes me want to run away from the product.
It's that's like me waiting to see Spider-Man this weekend. Just oh, gosh, I'm ready. Okay, I'm excited. Let's go.
You can bring us back here, producer Jack. Thoughts on this, starting with you, Nate Legos. This kind of framing, I'm not in on this kind of framing. I get what they're doing.
Yeah, I renounced this in the name of Jesus. Jesus said he's the way, the truth, and the life, and no one gets to God except through him. So please do not spend your life searching for God through technology or money or success or status or anything else. So let me get that out of the way.
I feel that.
Terrible framing for what actually could be a decent product.
Yeah.
Obviously AI is not going anywhere. People are going to be, I think, searching for better form factors to interact with it. Not everyone wants a chat bot. The idea of having something on your person that can be there for you, I think, is very comforting to a lot of people. I do think this will be looked at the way that I look at cargo shorts, but yeah, terrible framing. It's sad to me that that's where he went with it. I think even Friend is a stretch. I don't think we should be trying to replace other human connection with robots, but
agreed. And I see hey, life is hard, and there are real moments where you need discussion, and how can we enter in here with developing technology and be a real help to people. I get the mission, and I think that's powerful, but the video, the music, the framing, an AI god friend, something that's not a lover and it's not an assistant, but it's something, it's just it makes me not want to touch it. It makes me not want to wear it, just because as soon as I dive into it, it's sad. And do I want to think about myself being sad? No, I don't. I want to avoid it at all costs, Colin, you have any thoughts on this framing here?
I think the framing is absolutely terrible. I think what an interesting way they could have gone is I think people that are in hospitals for long periods of time are extremely lonely and just want people to talk to because like people are visiting them every now and then, but their family can't be there all the time. I think that could be an interesting framing of like, let me help people that are, maybe medically disabled and or in hospitals. Like I can be a companion for them to make sure that they always have the help that they need. Basically like a life alert on steroids. Like
Yeah.
that's what you could frame this as, like life alert meets personal assistant meets you can call anyone, you can text anyone, all of that. That could have been interesting. But again, from an AI that like I just want like a little buddy. I just want
Yeah.
like a little hangout buddy that like walks around my house with me and like maybe does dishes and like I don't know, just like kind of hangs out. And he's like, "Yo, what's up, Colin?" And I'm like, "Yo, what up, Raphael?" That's what I would name him, Raphael.
I think it's super weird. Like I've never seen someone go so depressing with an angle to market their product.
Yeah,
where like everything else we see in advertising is aspirational. It's like, hey, if you get this, look at what your dream outcome, your dream life could be. No one wants to be the girl sitting alone in her room crying about her ex.
Right.
Like that's when you should be calling your friends and going out and trying to get your mind off it and like go to therapy if you really need help.
Yeah.
But yeah, very weird to take the opposite of an aspirational approach to this thing.
It's a great point because it does come off a little dystopian. It comes off a little dystopian. Their Chat GPT actually with their recent evolving of said models, etc. They debuted a commercial that I thought was very winsome. Still, it made me think slightly dystopian, but it was very winsome in the sense that they framed chat and its new voice capabilities as being able to be a companion for elderly folks who are there. Maybe they're in a home, maybe, grandpa passed away and grandma's still there. And they had like these delightful elderly women who were so funny with their accents, interacting with Chat GPT. And the whole thing was like light and bright and made you laugh. And it came off like so positive as like, hey, see the benefit, like see how winsome of an experience this can be for a particular niche, a particular customer segment that needs this. I thought it's like so much better done than what Friend is going after here. Although like I get like the need and like the help that can be rendered. It's just like the entering into it, the framing of it. It makes me think like I want grandma to be happy. I don't want me be sad. I want grandma be happy. Like, let's frame it that way. That's the way I want to go. I think relevant for everyone here at Consumer.
Yeah. I missed the show yesterday. Did you guys cover the like demon cow robot thing?
We did. Yes, we did.
Terrible.
Yes.
Who are the people that work for these companies
I don't know.
that like clearly need help?
I don't know.
Nate, we talked about it on the show. Imagine it's like 2 a.m. You step out of your cabin in Western North Carolina. You see that with its chainsaw in your hand, hand, and it's just looking at you, and you're like, "Cool, this is how I die for sure." And it's got the horns.
It's looking at you,
and it's crazy.
And this what really scares me about where some of these companies are going, because like before all of this, I think we had every right to be skeptical about like the morality behind these things, like how is this going to integrate with humans that we believe are, a net force of good? How are we going to integrate with robots here? It's very, very scary to me that people who have full-time jobs working at these companies are like, what if they looked like demons and were really depressing all the time? Like, wouldn't you guys want to go so far the opposite way?
Yes.
Like, shouldn't they look like, why aren't they cute? Why is something cute and cuddly? And why isn't it smiling? Give me one thing that's smiling. Like, I don't understand the like weird dark undertones that seem to be fully infiltrated into the world of AI and robotics right now.
Yeah.
I think. Well, I was going to say there's a guy who launched a Chat GPT powered teddy bear for like kids. And I was like, oh, that's a really interesting angle. It's like cute, cuddly. It's got a little teddy bear voice and it's got like guardrails on it. And it's like perfect. And it's like, oh, cool. Like it's on kid mode and it's like fun and cuddly and it's a little bear. Like, that's fun. I don't want demon centaur with chainsaw. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing here?
This is important. This is important because there are a lot of very adept, motivated, mission-oriented founders, marketers, operators, etc., who want to truly benefit society and help people in the world and make money at the same time. Okay, that's capitalism. But the way that you enter into that conversation can drastically navigate, perhaps cut yourself off from an entire segment of customers simply because you like entered into the depths of the pain too quickly, you know, and it didn't like frame the benefits and the bright future that you could have properly if you use said product or service. I think it's very relevant for all of us inside of consumer. Nate Lagos, we appreciate you for joining us at the top of the show. I want to say before you go, limited spots left. Everybody go work with Nate. I want to get Nate actually to work with us on our website that we are redeveloping. I think we need some baller copy.
Okay, guys, one slot left then. How about that?
And hey, come hang out with us in San Diego. There's going to be a few spots left. By the end of the weekend. DM Nate. Nate, we appreciate you coming, and we look forward to hanging out together, brother. Thank you, man.
Thank you all so much for having me. See you.
Moving forward here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one and only Matt Froehlic, okay, growth, marketing manager, marketer extraordinaire, knower of ball, rocker of the mic, okay, now at Flat Circle over with Rock Ladnick, okay, he is a cheesehead hailing to us by way of Green Bay, Wisconsin, okay, he's like the Homestead Roots gang, okay, Appleton, Wisconsin, in that area for whatever reason continues to produce go-to operators of the internet. Before he comes to us, a word from our sponsors over at Sati. Play it for us, producer Jack. Your affiliate program, it looks fine on paper. Commissions going out, sales coming in, but the industry is built on last click attribution. It's an oversimplification of affiliates as a channel. Sati is the first affiliate platform built on multi-touch attribution, cookieless, Shopify native, services who introduced your customer, who nurtured them along the way, and who closed the sale. So you're no longer just looking at a flat list of commission payouts. You have a map of how your affiliate channel moves people through the buying decision. Go to mysati.io/champion/ecom-cowboy. Get 20% off your plan. Many thanks for Sati being part of. Now we must bring the man himself inside of this show, now over at Flat Circle and working with all of their clients here in North America, Flat Circle being based in Europe, operating on a global sphere. We must bring the man himself inside of the show. Everybody welcome the one and only Matt Froehlic. Get in here, Matt. Let's go. Get inside the show.
What's going on, guys?
Matt. Boy, I have been looking forward to talking with you, my friend. You know, most people don't know this, but I just want to say this at the top. We do not have many fellow broadcasters here on the show quite often. We do, I mean, I don't know if everybody knows, Matt, but I just wanted to put that out there.
Absolutely. And I think when you first came on my radar, Chris, it was via Colin, right? I know Colin because of the e-commerce space and different agency experiences and apps and software. And Colin's just a great dude. And all of a sudden I see you guys are posting on Twitter and I'm watching Ecomm Cowboy. I'm like, who is this host who's just bringing that guy? And I'm like, before I can even get into the internet sleuthing of like, who even is this? I'm like, I just like him. I don't even want to know his name. I see the energy. His ad reads are top tier, which is why you guys have all this ad spend coming in. But no, there's not a lot of other people in the space probably that are putting out content as consistently as I am with my team as far as that's right. What we're doing, because you have to have a team. And I will say that the consistency you guys are doing it's not easy to do.
Well, you know it. You know it well.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good producer or two behind you, and you got some people. And getting ready for this, it was like a month out or 2 months out. I'm like, let me get my virtual background going. I wanted to emulate what you guys have. Realizing I don't have a green screen, use ChatGPT and AI, and now I'm getting all blurry and shit. So here's my concept of like, I see which division was. You guys are like, I want to have the same background of like your shelving and the wood frame. And I'm like, look at me. I kind of added some stuff, and now I have this halo around me because of a new camera. So
now, Producer Jack, we've got to get Matt's like whole background here. Can you zoom in on him? We need to see what is on his left and right here. Look at that.
Let's go.
Beautiful.
Little Packers helmet. Little Packers
helmet there in the background. You can bring us back here, Jack. For those who don't know, Matt, in addition to being an operator extraordinaire and growing brands up into the right paid media and all at Flat Circle and more in the past, he also hosts Pack a Day, an everyday podcast focused on the Green Bay Packers. Correct, Matt Froehlic?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
and
I've been
incredible.
I've been with the creative endeavor that's Pack a Day podcast for 8 years now. We just had our main person, Andy Herman, put out a post and reminded us that 3,000 consecutive episodes, haven't missed a day. Days. There's more content around there, but it's truly a team, right? So been a part of that. I understand the grind that it is. I've done my own creative endeavors in the past as far as podcasting, but I realize as one person, it's tough. Even as two people, you got to have a team around you. But if you're a Packers fan, I saw in the chat too, Micah Parsons is the question and possibly the answer, Colin. So when he's back, week 5, week 6, we'll see. Looking forward to training camp this week. And credit to me a little bit. Also, good company guy. Normally around this time of the year, it's slow, Ecomm, right? I live 2 miles away from Lambeau Field, so I'll sneak out for training camp.
I see.
Didn't have a chance to do it this week. Just too locked in on everything going on.
You're locked in.
You're better for and that's like I got client calls, right? It's like it's not like I can get the work done in the morning and the afternoon when the kids go to bed, but it's like got to show up to a client call. So we're just living vicariously through Twitter, and we'll record an episode tonight. I had a friend of mine that came into town that he'll be boots on the ground and talk about training camp, but it's football season.
How you feel about him?
We're still
what's your take? I mean, you are the guy who's covering all. How do you feel about him this year?
Team's solid. We only can go as far as the coach lets us go, right? We have we have a quarterback.
Crazy take.
I'm just saying, like, that signals to me that signals negativity for the season. That's what I'm saying, man.
It is what it is. So you look at it, 32 NFL teams. Just let's line up all the quarterbacks, right? And I think it's black and white. You can pick can that quarterback win a Super Bowl? You just go through the quarterbacks, right? You go through the quarterbacks, and then the coach. The coach have? Yes. Does the coach have the gusto, the saddle, if you will, to ride them to the promised land? And there's some coaches that don't, some that do. And we'll see. I've met Matt LaFleur twice. Good guy, great eyebrows, great hair, but if you can't win in the playoffs, man, who cares, right? You're just
Well, I can tell that you are good at what you do, Matt, because of number one, your presence here on the show, rocking the mic. Number two, your vocabulary, the saddle, if you will, the saddle. I love that. Okay, and you and I are we're like 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon, because a teammate of mine, the one and only Jermichael Finley, used to be incredible pack before he got hurt. Yeah, sad.
Yeah, neck injury, not great. He was a physical specimen. Yes, neck injury. I think he got drafted as a sophomore too. I mean, he had to be an absolute menace. He had to be a menace at practice.
Yeah, he was incredible guy. We were same recruiting class. Great guy. Actually has all of his sons now are like stud horses that are getting. Actually, his oldest son is going to play at Notre Dame, and he is either a defensive end, tight end, whatever. Anyway. But I digress. Matt, tell me about, man, your recent move here to Flat Circle. When I saw that, I was like pumped. Okay, transfer portal wise here, I'm pumped because number one, Rock and what they are doing at Flat Circle is of lore. Okay, I'm in a couple of different Slack groups with him. He always knows, and I don't think it's just because he's 8 hours ahead of us over in Europe. Okay, he always knows what is happening and what is wrong with meta. There's less than a handful of people who always know Rock is one of those guys. And like, to me, like, you being added to the team probably greatly helps like everything that is going on with Flat Circle and clients here in North America. That is my guess. Am I on the right track?
Yeah, you're accurate. I mean, I've been in the agency space since the Homestead days back in the day when there was 20 people, and now they've gotten acquired in the last 6 months. So it's to see that trajectory, right? Like, I was just talking to an internal colleague of mine. Like, I used to be the project manager, the ad uploader, the ad briefer, the copy editor. And it's like, that's fine. That's what it is. But e-com and agencies have expanded, right? And it's like the trajectory for them is different. And you get into the different roles and kind of all the same, right? You go to the grass is greener. They all have similar weeds, right? Whether it's dandelions or crabgrass, they all have some crap you're dealing with, whether it's bad client communication, processes you're inheriting. But I would say the thing that kind of sold me on coming to Flat Circle was like, they really dive in off the bat to understand if it's a good client fit. And like financially, if these guys or gals that are running the financials are just completely out of their mind, thinking they're going to hit this acquisition cost at this spend increase and this ROAS increase by the end of Q4, or if you can take a step back and say, well, we would love to work with you. We see the product fit might work, or the branding that you have there organically, you know, we can see all that in your Shopify, but let's get a little look at the P&L. Let's really dive in and do some calculation. And I think that's where a lot of brands and agencies alike can slip, right? There's not that collaborative effort up front. I've worked for agencies in the past, one in particular that would sell a dream of, of course we can, you don't have a Shopify store yet? We'll build you the Shopify store and get you $1 million by the end of the year. It's like, there's a lot that goes into that. Like, you don't even understand, you know, the P&L. And I think it just has to be collaborative, right? That's the big thing. Like, we had a call yesterday and got done with it. And Rock's like, yep, sounds like it could be cool, but we kind of rank our clients in an order of grade. And he's like, Matt, if we got this client, where would they fall? And I told him, and he's like, yep, that's exactly it. So it was great. It was awesome. We want to still be a part of everything, but I think it's important. I've worked at other businesses where every client or every customer is treated the same, which it can't be. There's no way. There's just not possible. So, and even that's a skill thing, right? If I want to be the very best at my job, I can't crush everything in the day. All 10 things I want to do, it's like, I got to prioritize things. Like, I got kids, right? After work, kids are pretty much the most important thing. Are they fed? Are they changed? Are they not beating each other up or pulling each other's hair? Like, outside of that, I'd love to, you know, tweet about the Packers more than I already am, or listen to the most recent Ecomm Cowboy episode and get caught up. It's like, you only can do so much. You got to find the priorities. But I will say it's been awesome. It's been fun to come to a team that's very eager to adapt. You know, you're not working for a 200-person agency that's like, we're kind of stuck in this process of using ClickUp or Salesforce or whatever archaic thing. We can quickly move on a dime, and we've already done that in the last 30 days of just some small things. I don't want to come in and say that my ideas are from Homestead or from Lilo Social or the best way to do them, but like, here's an example of what we did. Here's how we fixed it, and maybe we'll work through that. So small steps. Can't come in with all this like ego and piss and vinegar that you're going to change things around, but like, why are we doing it this way? Talk to the people that are doing the work. Do you think we can make this better? Here's how we can. And honestly, at the end of the day, is performance good? Is the client happy? That's really all that matters. There's always going to be chaos in the background, but yeah, it's been fun. Rock's been a good mentor, and he just got back from vacation too, so he's ready to go. He's ready for those meta disruption tweets more. and you said it, and I listened to his episode when he was on with you guys back in February, March, talking about how he's up to speed. Luka Doncic, all of that. He does get. The team gets a benefit of being up early, because I'll get online and like, it makes my life easier. I'm like, you're messaging me at 3 a.m. my time, but I can get on and I'm like, I don't have to wait for you to get caught up on your Slack or emails. As soon as I get in, I'm like, everything's ready to go. Whether it be, I just need you to sign off on this. But yeah, him and David Herman are the Somewhere there's a wanted list at a Meta office, and I think their faces are up somewhere, right? Like, call the police if these guys arrive because they're here for business.
That's true.
That's so true. Matt, awesome, man. I know you're ramping up right now, but what are you seeing kind of across brands and the portfolio over there, just with trends and things you're seeing right now?
Yeah, I think this is my 5th summer being in Ecomm, so. The first summer I was in it. Yeah, Ecomm summer. And I'm like, you want to come to a client call and tell them why things aren't performing well, something I'm doing, something they're not doing, but like it's the summer, right? Like I always try to think back of like, how do I interact as a consumer, right? Like maybe I'm more of an Amazon user. Maybe my fiance likes to go to retail and shop every aisle in Target, right? We're all different, but like in the summer, it's just chaos. Like in the Midwest, we have in the Midwest, we have like 14 weekends that it's like going to be really, really nice. And before we get to Memorial Day, 6 of those are really allocated for, right? We got a wedding here, we got a family reunion here, and like people are just moving around. And it's like, you got to remember people are people. Like people are on vacation, out of offices are real. And so to answer your question, it's another slow summer, right? We always get that little Amazon Prime boost, which is great. They staggered it this year.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think that's
whatever.
Everybody.
Yeah, so it's like now we have a couple clients ramping up for an August promo, which is great based off their industry. Hopefully that does well. That's all scheduled, ready to go at midnight tonight. But yeah, it's slow. August is kind of people start thinking about let's get back to business, and then comes school time, September, we're ready. So it's slow. The problem in the slow time too is like you want to test a lot of things, but it's also like those tests are jaded based off of what traffic could be or performance could be. If I took that test and ramped it up in the spring or in Q4, it might look different. So everything's in context. We lose that in Ecomm. There's no context on Twitter. There's just screenshots of stupid ROASs. And that was my first 6 months. I've been active on Twitter for a long time. And I'm like, this person thinks they know. And like, I would show my friend like in the Ecomm space, Mike Lucas, and it'd be like, there's no date attached to this, or there's no spend attached to this. It's all without lacking a piece of data that you would normally have. So I say that all to say it's slow, but trying to again, client relationship, right? Just trying to, hey, this is slow. Let's focus on this. Let's build what we can to get ready for Q4. Let's make sure we're getting people to sign up for our email list, because that's when we make our hay. November and December.
I find it interesting, Matt, that in your describing of, onboarding clients, talking with them, et cetera, evaluating the relationship, that you guys are getting integrated at a P&L level. I say that because, I've been on the agency side several times, 3 times really. And a lot of times, like the evaluation is like, do you have enough dollars to pay? You do? Okay, great. We will work together. I find this fascinating that in getting involved with clients, like you guys are like taking such a thorough evaluation. I think it probably really sets you up to win. I mean, would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, it took me a long time to get into marketing, right? Like I'm 30, I'll be 36 in August. Like I had weird sales jobs for a decade after college. I was selling cars, selling this, that, and the third. And like,
I think it
really comes down to
marketer.
Yeah, and in relationship, right? Yeah, so it comes down to like someone comes in waving a blank check, they want to buy a car, but like I don't want to sell them the Cadillac that's got a bad transmission, right? I want to make sure it's what they need. Like, okay, it's an SUV, it's good, might be a couple miles, but like we know this thing's going to hold up. Same thing in marketing. Like someone might have a ton of money, but they want to spend ad dollars and creative, but like it might just not work. Like you have to really get under the hood, for lack of a better, I guess it's a good pun, but like you have to really figure it out what they have there. And clients are never as forthcoming as you want them to be right off the bat. They want to sell you kind of a dream of like, oh, I think we can do this, or I'm selling this much or this. And we're going to have this big brand collab with Nordstrom soon. And okay, going to soon. This is going to like whatever. Until I see it, I see it. But I also think what you said, a win-win, setting up for success. Like once the deal is signed, depending on who the owner of the business is or the CEO or the contract, it's kind of, hey, it's your turn as the growth manager or the growth leader, the salesperson to maintain that, right? For better, for worse. Like that's what we're here for, and we're here to fix it. But it's tough to fix something that from a foundational level was broken to begin with. We thought our CAC target needed to be 50. and that was just made up out of thin air, right? It was some
Right.
random accounting person that said that. And all of a sudden, I've seen this before in a different agency. You're running with that target for months and months and months and months. And 9 months after you're on there, someone comes to the call and says, why were you operating under that CAC target? That wasn't the CAC target. It's like, well, that's what you gave us on onboarding. Oof. Yeah, but if you would have known this and that, like, well, that's not my job to do your, like, I think every brand should have like a fractional CFO, or even just like before, if let's say right now you're like, my marketing agency sucks. Eat Performance sucks. First of all, DM me and Rock on Twitter. We'll at least give you an audit and have a conversation. But you should hire someone when you're in that process of vetting agencies, right? Like you can go get that request for proposal and do what you want to do, ask other people in the space. But in that time, get a fractional CFO just for like 60 days to be like, hey, I need to put this information, this blueprint together to give to an agency. I know it can be successful. I don't feel like that's crazy. You don't have to hire someone for $250,000 as an accountant to do that year round.
Yeah.
But have that, like, just be ready. So we get it at the agency level and we look at this and apples are apples and we can tell you where you're going. It's crazy. Google Sheets are kind of nuts, but to not have that is everyone loses and it sucks. And it's a bad feeling because eventually I'm like, I go to my boss and I'm like, hey, it's never going to work out. I'm like, okay, I wish I would have known that ahead of time. And we don't have that here as of yet. And I think in e-commerce, as you guys know, if everyone coming on this podcast, it is a tight-knit group. Everyone knows someone from somewhere, and it's hilarious because we're selling across the globe. We're working with different contractors and brands. But at the end of the day, you know Mike Lucas. I know Mike Lucas.
Right. It's kind of a small world. It really is. Else, and we're all on Twitter and LinkedIn. We see each other at events and do whatever. But it's if you're a bad brand, if you're a bad person in the industry, not a brand, like actor, it catches up to you eventually. Like you go to an event. I try to buy Colin a drink. Colin's like, no, I heard you were a real dick to my co-host, Chris, a couple weeks ago. Like, it's just what it is. Like, no one wants
It's never happened, by the way. That never happened.
No. I wish one day. We'll get drinks together. But you know what I'm saying? It's like it goes far. And that's, I think, the best agencies, and we have that here. It's all referrals, and you got clients waiting for you. That's the craziest part. And that's a good like if anyone's trying to get into the agency space, which maybe they want to, maybe they don't want to, ask that question. Do you have clients that are waiting to come on and sign on? That'll probably tell you, or in a different, go ahead.
Something that I think is coming out as you talk here, Matt. You tell me if you think so, Colin. But Matt, your sales experience, I think, is coming out here because what I keep hearing as you talk is client relationship, expectations, framing, making sure everybody's on the same page, all of which is crucial in the service experience and the sales experience. I am particularly of the thought that every marketer who is operating and doing what we do every day, that they would greatly benefit from being in a very sales forward role somewhere in their career. I totally feel that because I experienced it myself. And I hear it while you're talking. I mean, Colin, do you agree with me? You agree with that? Does it sound crazy? You sound crazy?
Totally agree. Yeah, I mean, managing client expectations is massive. And there's also clients that come to you with totally unrealistic expectations. And you're like, that's just not physically possible. I don't know how to say that to you in a nice way, but this, what you're trying to do is physically not possible. Maybe you have to fundamentally change the business, which is a crazy conversation that some agencies have to have with brands is fundamentally your business is broken for 2026. It just doesn't work anymore.
Agreed. And I agree. It's kind of the same thing, Chris. I agree. Having a sales background of whatever type, whether you're selling insurance, cars, getting out and cold calling people, I think it's important. It's the same thing too.
Doors.
It's the same thing too. It's you go to a restaurant or a bar with a friend or a family member, and you're like, oh, you never worked in hospitality, or because you can just tell how they talk, right? I think that should be a prerequisite. I know not in the US, in Europe, you have to do 2 years of military service or something along the lines. It should be prerequisite post college or in college. You have to work at a dive bar for a year, an Applebee's. Because you really learn how awful people can be. And then you're like, oh, that gives me a little bit more of empathy along the way. But yeah, and then to Colin's point, like that's only over the last couple of years have I been empowered enough to tell a client, this just isn't right. Now, you can't just say like, your business is completely messed up and what you've been spending money on is dumb. You basically come to you come to it with like in a nice way, but then like, here's how I can help. Like, you can't just say, it's like, I mean, coming to the agency, or maybe you guys have this even internally. You're like, hey, we want to fix something. It's broken. I don't know how to fix it, but go figure it out. It's like, there's nothing worse than that. It's like, cool. You can point out a flaw. You can point out a flaw in something, but you don't have enough intuition to tell at least the next step forward. But yeah, no, it's a difficult conversation to have with clients. It can help if they have multiple channels, multiple SKUs, but if they're kind of like a one SKU brand, not really a big LTV play, that's we got to think of something. We got to get some new products and do something crazy. Let's, I don't know, shut it down. We've suggested that to clients, like, hey, let's reinvest this money somewhere else. But
real talk. That's real talk, Matt Froehlic. Okay, tell us this, Matt. Tell us this. I know you've got a long list. You've got a long list of people who want to get involved with Flat Circle. It's a good sign. Sure, it's a good sign as a service provider to have so. But man, where do people find you, follow you, talk with you, Rock, Ladnick, etc.? When people want to get involved, like what does that look like? Where should they go and start the whole process? I
mean, Rock and I are chronically online, definitely Twitter. So hit up myself on Twitter at Matt_FRA_. You can find Rock. He's somewhere tweeting about meta issues, but reach on the DMs or even anywhere else you can find us on the internet. I post on LinkedIn enough. For some forsaken reason, you find me on TikTok or Instagram to do that. Like, it is what it is. We're attacked. Like, I tell clients that, not all clients, some clients that all the time, or even definitely internal employees, like, I'm attached to my cell phone. If you have a question and I'm the blocker, just send me a message on Slack. I'll get back to you. Now, it might not be immediately. I might be at the playground or doing bedtime, but I'll get back to you eventually. If it needs to be a long yapping voice memo, like this podcast and me speaking right now have been, you'll get the information at some point, but reach out to us on Twitter. We also just revamped the website as well. So check that out over there. It's pretty sick. Awesome. We're going to have some new case studies over there. We're going to have like this, like we're still working on it. It hasn't launched yet, but kind of like a report card of where you kind of what you need to work on right away. So a nice little way to like, get people to like, hey, upload this information and where you at, give you a little bit of a grade, kind of know where you stand, maybe kind of vet out just anyone knowing where they need to be. So find us anywhere on the internet. It's happy to help. And I will say to you guys too, I know we're kind of wrapping here. I don't want to take more of your time. We got other guests coming on, but there's a few different podcasts in this agency or marketing space, right? And I think they all do a great job, but your consistency in your live streaming is different, right? Like, I think there's the big ones out there and stuff, but like nothing better than this time of the year. There's no Packer stuff. I can throw you on the side screen, and I'm learning I'm actually learning stuff that I can apply to my real job. You guys are going through the new stuff, and like, ironically, I love organic content. I think it's one of the favorite things. That's how I got into marketing. I was just doing my stuff on the side. The fact that you're hiring someone to do all this now is like super sick. So I hope you find someone that's amazing, and keep it up. And it's a good incubator for a lot of humans, and appreciate you having me on.
We appreciate you, Matt. Everybody go to flatcircle.agency, get rolling with them. Coming hot inside of this show right now is the one and only Bryan Bumgardner of Northbeam for the Northbeam Weather Report. Before he comes to us, a word from our sponsors over at Universal Lads and Ty. Play it for us, producer Jack. Your email provider and your tech stack probably only recognizes about 1/3 of your returning shoppers. Everyone else, they're browsing anonymously, and your flows, they're just sit idle. Ty identifies up to 70% of your total site traffic and pushes those shoppers into the flows that you already run. Caraway, as an example, uses Ty's predict scoring to lift opens by 40%, clicks by 30%, while sending 20% fewer emails. Go book a walkthrough. Go to meetty.com/cowboy. When you do, tell them that Colin and I sent you today. Many thanks for Ty being part part of the show. If your growth is plateauing on search and social, it's time to rethink TV. Universal Ads makes it simple for D2C brands to run TV campaigns designed for performance without the usual mystery of getting involved with television. You get both premium streaming and linear inventory all in the same place, okay? You're reaching net new target audiences outside of the same crowded social feeds. We're all spending our dollars today. There's no hidden markups or fees. Campaign setup and management. It's just like search and social. You get running minutes. TV that's designed, that delivers for performance marketers. Go to universalads.com. Use code UA Cowboy. You can get $1,500 in matched ad credits. Many thanks for Universal Ads being part of the show. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, for one of our favorite times.
Weather report. Weather report.
It is time for the Northbeam weather report. I have to say,
kills me.
I need to revamp that sound.
That's the one that gotta get revamped.
You don't like that one? You don't like that?
No,
I don't like it either.
I need it to be juiced up.
Yeah, we need a little more high key.
Yeah, it's a little sad right now.
We need a little more high key.
Like it's a rainy day.
Like it's a rainy day. But I will say it is not a rainy day here, truly, because we have the one and only Bryan Bumgardner coming inside of the show. Everybody, welcome Bryan of Northbeam Lore. Get in here, Bryan. Wow.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey man, this hair, I don't think the internet can take it, bro. I mean, that tousle that you've got going right now,
it's deadly.
It's like deadly. Very Glenn Powell-esque, you know, very McConaughey-esque. I'm just trying to be real right now. You are looking very good, my friend. Welcome to the show.
Wow. Thanks, man. It's good to be here. Chris, Colin, good to see you guys.
Let's go. Bryan, I always love when you come to us because you bring us the statistics, you bring us the data, sir. And methinks that probably it's about that time of year where we got maybe some H1 review, maybe some things happening uniquely upon the timeline, etc., and all of our ad spend. What's hot and fresh front of the stove burner for you this week, Bryan? Yeah.
Let's see. I'm not sure if you can hear me because we have some we got him in down the streets. So I'm lagging out pretty hard right now. We'll see if I'm coming through.
Oh no!
Oh, bro, that was awesome. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, I think we got to take Bryan out. We got to bring him back
for a sec. Just for a sec.
Just take him out.
We'll take him out.
Take him out. Bring him back
connection. Bring
He's
him back
got
in.
a little sad face there, right?
I know.
Which I hate to see. Was it my sound effect? You think that
Maybe.
kicked that whole thing off? It was my kind of sad sound effect that maybe got us started off on the wrong foot. You hate to see that.
I mean, best looking dude in D2C. We're gonna have the most viewership of all time just from that.
I will have to say, like, he's a handsome guy. I mean, you roll up with that kind of like feathered, not a part, but a push. You know what I'm saying? When you
I feel
roll
like
up,
I got clavicular mogged right there.
Yeah, that was kind of. I mean, maybe he is like our corner of internet's.
That's our clavicular.
Maybe he is our clav.
Have them mog off.
Let's try again, producer Jack. Let's clap him in. Let's see how it goes. The one and only Bryan Bumgardner. Are we back? We may be back.
Maybe.
Okay. Maybe. Why don't you start monologuing right now, Bryan, and tell us what is
go while we're here.
Just go, bro.
All right. So Con Ed is doing some fiber optic work down the street. So hopefully, we're going to be fine here.
Yeah, fair enough.
Long story short, we published some H1 reporting. Okay. I've been hearing from everybody since the start of the year. It feels like my meta ads are more expensive. I'm having tons of problems. What's going on? Like something changed. A lot of this conversation was around like Andromeda, right? Like, which is, I think, just one part of the story. Now, I haven't sat with Facebook's like recent earning calls yet and like really sat with that and analyzed that. What I did do was sit down with all of our Northbeam data, right? So this is my broken record at this point. I'm sitting on top of like $6 billion a year of ad spend across what I would call thousands of the world's fastest growing ad accounts. And that gives us kind of this high level view. I mean, you guys know this. We're talking about this every week. Yeah. But what I did was I said, all right, well, instead of a weekly view, I'm gonna map this over like a longer time frame. And what we saw was that conversion rates on Meta in aggregate across everyone have just been
Oh,
dropping
gosh.
basically nonstop for like the last year.
Oh,
Brutal.
Now, that's not entirely a surprise. You could argue, oh, there's macro issues, like people aren't buying as much stuff, like, you know, everybody's figuring out Facebook ads, so there's more ads and they're lower quality or something. You can make those arguments. But then when you start putting these other data charts next to it, things get a little weird. You start seeing all of a sudden click-through rates are skyrocketing. CPMs, which have been flat for the better part of several months, start to skyrocket. What is happening here? Like, what is going on? I wish I could tell you exactly what is causing this, but in my mind, I think there's a lot of things happening, from the economy to changes that Meta is making on their side to Andromeda arriving on the scene, that's completely changing the way that the Meta ad algorithm works. Of issues. I think it's up to us to adjust as a marketer, and I'm making it my personal vendetta to like publish this stuff every week, every month, every quarter, so that you, the viewers, and everybody on the show can know, hey, these are how things are changing. This is what's going on. And what I'm feeling in my personal ad accounts is not a blip. It's not a personal failing or anything like that. So what I'm really looking for here, the magic word, context.
Stands out to me, Brian, and I know we've got some more graphics here too. Show us a couple of these others here, Producer Jack. It seems like quite literally everything is negative. Like I don't know if there's like any good news in the midst of all of this. ROAS falls, cat climbs, reversing historical trends.
Yeah.
The next one, Meta CPMs and cost per clicks climb. And then, of course, on the first one, we've got Meta conversion rates hitting a 12-month low. Click-through rates are skyrocketing, but it's all getting more expensive as it does. I have definitely felt this, and we have been covering it as the weeks have rolled forth. I'm not sure. Is there hope on the horizon anywhere with Meta? I mean, I know it's still going to be where we're all spending the majority of our dollars, and you know, rightfully so. But is there hope on the horizon for the trajectory here?
Here's what I want to say. I want to be clear first and foremost. Meta is and has been and probably will be for who knows how many years, decades onward, the best performing full funnel conversion advertising channel that performance marketers have available to us right now.
Yeah.
That's it, period. Okay? Like that's it. But the flip side of that is marketing is naturally nomadic. And what I mean by that is like the things we use, the mediums we use, the way those mediums are distributed, the way that content is distributed, the way that advertising is distributed, the way that human beings buy products, all that stuff is changing all the time. And so it might be easy for us to sit here and be like, Meta's broken. My ads aren't performing as well as they used to. And I'm like, well, yeah. But in that same environment, Hudson Leo Grande and his team were able to build the fastest growing company in human history. So,
true.
Let's go.
Like, you know what I mean? So my challenge is, instead of being like, oh crap, like the thing that I was good at for 10 years is drying up. Congratulations. You are now part of a large tapestry of marketers over the last 150 years that have experienced the same problem. What's got to happen now is we need to understand, how do we find efficiency and how do we successfully sell ads if suddenly cost per clicks are extremely cheap, click-through rates are extremely high, ad frequency is extremely high, CPMs are more expensive than they were before, and my ROAS is kind of dropping off from the peak. It's just different mathematics. And so don't fall into this trap of, I think, just like complaining, and instead like participate in the great marketing endeavor of like constantly finding new channels, attitudes, strategies. I mean, there's infinite strategies inside Meta alone. And I think we're just waiting for the next person who's going to crack that.
I do
Bryan,
think there's good. I do think that's a great point. Go ahead, Colin.
Bryan, I'd love a follow-up question to this is what do you think is driving the increase in click-through rate? Because that is like the counter. That's like the counter signal to all of this is like, I'm not sure what that means. Like people are still wanting to learn about these products. Like where do you go from here if click-through rate is still going up? What is that signaling to us?
Well, I think the more conspiratorial people analyzing this would argue for bot traffic. They would argue for,
Okay, all right.
they would.
Dang.
And that's something I can't prove, right? And I don't know if that's true. I really don't feel like it can be driving all of this. Like it can't, right? Like we're so good at filtering bot traffic. Like that can't be a problem. And Meta's not going to do that because it would cheapen their whole thing. So I think that's a non-starter. What I do find interesting is like the increase of frequency of ads. Anecdotally, I'm hearing a lot of people, there's just more ads popping up. I've even experienced being like a daily Instagram user, which by the way, if you advertise on a platform, you need to use it kind of constantly.
Yeah.
You start to realize that like, oh wait, like things are placed in little different places now. And I'm like finding myself clicking ads more often. So tiny adjustments in like the UX and things like that can drive like really high click-through rates. On top of that, I really think it's just frequency. Now, what that tells me is like, all right, if the ad frequency is going to be up, if people are going to click more ads, if we're getting better at making ads and they're funnier and they're cooler and people are clicking through more often, which is like, I'm hoping that everyone watching this show makes really funny, really cool ads that everybody wants to click all the time. And that's what's going on. That's my dream and my hope. I'm going to operate from that assumption. From there, it becomes a landing page problem. Like,
Yeah.
do you have a good offer? Do you have a good landing page? Great. If you can get click-throughs for so cheap, or for example, you're pulling people from, I know they're testing things like WhatsApp ads. Like Facebook is always going to be finding new places. Like the number one thing we want is new customers. And in order for Meta to achieve that, they have to constantly reach new people. So if that's happening, is your offer right? Is your landing page right? Like, and landing page testing is the hardest thing we do, period, hands down. But I think that's going to become critical in a high click-through, high impression, low CPC environment.
There's something to me too. Maybe this is conspiratorial, but there's something to me too, just about like how the user experience on Instagram has changed. Ad comes up. I just want to click the thing to like, let me hear the ad. Like, give me some. And then what comes up is the little window of the website itself comes up in app. And it's like, whoop, here it is, which like, that's cool. That's cool. Like, hey, like, look at my website. Like, come on. But also if like that counts as a click, that to me is like surfacing, maybe it's reading as higher intent than there really was when I just wanted to like hear the thing. I don't know if that's conspiratorial, but it may be something to that. Go ahead, Colin.
Not to get too nerdy and too gremlin, but I'm hearing this and I am then thinking, okay, I'm optimizing for click-through rate at this point. So then my goal now, possibly with Meta, is I am trying to then optimize for first-party data in the form of emails and phone numbers and trying to get as much customer data as cheaply as physically possible to then retarget those folks very heavily on other platforms that might have cheap CPCs and CPMs.
That's interesting.
You'll hear me say an anti-fragile business. And this is like an old Harvard business concept. An anti-fragile business is a business that is not reliant on one thing to succeed. In a growth marketing context, if you are 50% of your revenue coming from Meta and 1 week of turning that off or one algorithmic change threatens your entire business, that's a fragile business. So your objective of pushing people to first party and owning that data, that's an audience you own and you control. That's a community you have. And, it's the kind of thing you guys are building on this show is like a community, right? Like I was listening, to Matt before, and he was talking about what you're building. You're building a community here. And the sooner that you as a direct consumer advertiser are building a community where you have people's contact information and you're using these ad platforms to expand that community, the more anti-fragile you're going to be. And that means when these prices start increasing, when click-through rates and all of these sort of like soft metrics start changing like crazy, you have a cushion, a buffer that you can rely on. You can say, well, I have to change a bunch of stuff up, but I'm not worried about it because I can text all of my customers and be like, I've got it. Here's your Black Friday discount code. And I don't have to worry about reaching them, right? So I will always advocate for the closer you can bring them to literally just being able to text them and having like a massive WhatsApp group of like all of your customers, which is scary and dangerous, and make sure you know what you're doing if you do that. The closer you can get to that, the stronger your business is going to be.
Wow.
You know,
I love that. Anti-fragile e-commerce business might be my new term. I'm going to steal that.
Yeah. You must build
I didn't invent it. There's a great book about it. Go check it out. I didn't invent it.
I'm just gonna credit you for having created the term, Bryan. Great new term from Bryan Bumgardner, anti-fragile e-com.
Let's go.
Yeah, Bryan, when you come on here and you start dissecting and opening the veil, removing the veil, opening kimono, here's what's going on, media buying across the board, here's the trends on Meta, up, down, left, right. It makes me think, like, why isn't everybody talking to you and working with you and partnered up with Northbeam?
Let's go.
Methinks the best and the brightest among us are, but I think more people need to win in 2026 and beyond. I will also say, I believe Matthew Kobosh is at it again. Another event somewhere, some way. Where is he?
Omakase?
Omakase?
All right. Here's the deal. We have done the conference circuit, and we always will, right? We've done the huge activations, the 5-figure crazy open bar happy hours, right? Like, we've done all of that stuff. It feels really saturated. And what we found, was that having these more intimate dinners where people can actually sit down and talk to each other, where we literally don't sell, we just facilitate community, like I was talking about.
Love.
The value there is so much higher. People are so much more willing to come out and hang out. We get to just bring people together. Also, if you think about it, if you get together a dinner of like 10, 15 people, things can get a little more real. You know what I mean? Like, you can have real conversations, maybe things that people don't want to go up on stage in front of 150 people and say, but things that maybe you as a founder need to hear. So what Matt's doing is just putting together this community, this unofficial, we're not branding it. It's flowing through and sponsored by Northbeam. We're not selling. There's no salespeople there. Just come hang out. I can't even keep track of all the stuff he's got going on. So just go follow him on Twitter, because that's where it's going to all be. I live in New York, and I'm like, wait, you were here? When were you here? Like, we're having this dinner. And he's like, no, you're going to this dinner and I'm going to this dinner. And there's no selling. We're just hanging out. And what happens when you put a bunch of people like us together in a room is we just talk shop. And every time we do it, it's so much more valuable. You have people from all over the range of industries and spectrums, founders, builders, sometimes there's tech people there. It's all over. And so we're just like putting people together and seeing what happens, and being at the center of that. Like, what Northbeam gets out of it is like, where we are. When you're ready to call us, where we are.
Yeah.
Can I just pitch an idea here, Colin? I want to see what you and Bryan think of this. Okay. This is great. What you're describing.
Incredible.
That's exactly like what everybody wants. They want to come. They actually do want to see like people who are doing exactly what they're doing. Entrepreneurship, e-commerce. It's like very lonely business. Nobody understands family. Nobody understands like what you do. It's like something with social media or something. I don't get it.
Oh, it's the worst.
It's like the worst. And so, but getting people together and talking and great atmosphere and being able to real talk like that, it's so helpful. I also, let me just zag here for a second. Let's just imagine. Let's imagine it's like maybe somewhere in January, like Q4's over. Okay. December, we
got through it.
Black Friday, everybody's through it. Okay. Let's just imagine for a second, everybody and their mom is in Austin. Okay. Mm-hmm. All of the sponsors of this show are here. Matt's here, Bryan's here, everyone's here. We've got a big bash. Maybe we're giving out some awards. Okay. I don't even know what they would be called, like the Golden Spur I'm not sure, but we're giving out some awards. Okay. And everybody is, we'll just say, lubricated in a good sense. Everybody's having a great time.
Little sake?
A little, maybe it's sake. I'm not sure.
A little sake?
I'm not sure. And then think about this. Awards have been handed out, and then we are closing the night with a grand finale of a kind of a competition that I would like to call Pitch Me Daddy. Pitch Me Daddy is what I want to call this. Okay. And what we do is Billy Mays style, okay, infomercial style, 90 seconds. Everybody is hooting and hollering, and everybody takes a turn selling hardcore. I mean, hardcore sell, just selling hardcore from the stage for 90 seconds each. And then we award a winner. Like whoever like sold the best gets an award as well. I think that could be awesome.
Listen, man. Listen, you know what I like about that is for 10 years, us growth marketers, we were actually called growth hackers, right?
Yeah.
Like it was all about like how clever you were at like, can you make a pithy ad and can you set up the targeting correctly, blah, blah, blah. And what's happened is now the Ouroboros has spun again, and we find ourselves rediscovering things that these incredible marketers like David Ogilvy from the 50s understood super clearly. And so now all of a sudden I'm seeing people on Ecomm Twitter like rediscover like, oh my God, did you guys know about like awareness marketing? And I'm like, bro. So like if you were to do this Billy May style thing, I think that would be the perfect like, all right, like you're good at making Facebook ads, but can you sell to a real human being? Because at the end of the day, that's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing here. We're selling stuff to humans. And those infomercials that you're watching at 1 o'clock in the morning, that shit works.
They're selling.
Like it works. So like that would crack me up, man. Sign me up.
Wouldn't that be awesome? I feel like this the incredible atmosphere. Maybe we record the whole thing and clip it up.
We got to live stream.
We got to live stream that, but it's got to be like everybody's got to be like it's got to be at the right moment. You know what I mean? Everybody's got to be like, yeah, oh, you know, like I mean, that's the kind of gladiatorial, positively gladiatorial atmosphere I'm thinking of. Well, who knows? Maybe that shall exist. And maybe Bryan Bumgardner will be on stage standing and delivering.
Let's go.
Just text me, man. Text me. Let's go.
Who knows? Bryan, we appreciate you making the time to join us, brother. Everybody should go sign up for the newsletter, themediabuyer.northbeam.io. Go and sign up so that you can be first to know when these stats that Bryan is covering every week come out. Go talk with Northbeam. Go get in on the dinner with Matthew as well.
100%.
100%. I wish I were in New York City to be a part of it too. Ryan, we love you, man. Appreciate you coming and joining the show. We look forward to having you back. Thank you, man.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
I really like him.
Wow. Unbelievable. Unbelievable data too.
Unbelievable data.
I've never been more bearish on Meta.
Like despite all the trajectories, you know, like what he is saying is true. Like despite all of that happening, like there are people in our space who are building like the fastest growing businesses ever. I mean,
100%.
that's just what it is. That's just what it is.
I also feel vindicated for the fact that I am so gremlin heavy pushing first party data since the beginning of this year. And I feel like I kind of saw a little bit around the corner where I'm like, look, guys, you need emails and phone numbers now more than ever. We have a sponsor that actually does that really well. It's Ty. It's right.
That's right. There. That's right.
It's super important because there's people clicking into your website and like you need that data. You need to own this data and become an anti-fragile e-commerce business. I love that. I'm gonna steal that. Yeah. Yeah. This is you and data have just a budding, growing, there's a thing with you and data, and it's appropriate. It's appropriate. Yeah, I know. Right. And like you said, like Ty helps you achieve that. Actually know who's coming to your website. The crazy thing, okay, I know I'm a little conspiratorial here, but the crazy thing with how Instagram's ads have evolved, and I just go to listen to the ad and actually, oh, here's the website. Look at that bad boy. Look at it.
You know,
You think
and
they
see
count that
it.
as a click?
I think that counts as a click.
That's crazy work if they did.
I think that counts as a click. And the fact is that the vast majority of people that are coming to your website, like your email flows, like et cetera, like they have no clue. Like you're getting like a third. At best case scenario, like you are like aware of like a third of the people that are coming to your website, even the people that you already have their information. And so like leveraging Ty to be able to figure out these exact people, like their information, I can email them, I can get a hold of them. Goaded
Well,
and necessary.
also, like, I'm gonna go even more gremlin. Like, you get all those people, you export that data, and then you upload that into other ads managers to target lookalikes. I know that's crazy. 2026 target lookalikes.
Target them, target lookalikes.
Target lookalikes of that CSV. That's cash right there. That's some cash right there for you.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? Very astute of you, Colin Dougherty. Moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, to you know, what I would consider a delightful time inside of every show. That is the one and only great finds upon the interwebs today. Before we get there, a word from our sponsors over at Intelligems and Proxima AI. Play it, producer Jack. Your buyer data already knows what ad you need to make next. You just can't read it yet. Most brands and marketers brief from instinct. Okay, what's our best performing ad? Let's change a little bit. Proxima changes the input here. Read your conversions against real shoppers across 2,000 plus e-commerce brands. Shows you exactly who's buying, what else they respond to, and where your account has gaps. You just wire up Meta, wire up Shopify. Proxima begins to map every conversion back to a real buyer segment inside the commerce graph. And no longer are you briefing from a blank page. You get a feed of creative briefs. First 3 briefs are going to be free for you every single month. Go to Proxima.ai. Stop the slop. Many thanks for Proxima being part of the show. What is the next big idea that could change your business? Is it a price change, adding subscriptions, maybe a new bundle, strategy, or an app? Discovering and testing those high growth opportunities is exactly why Intelligems exists. It's an AI-powered testing platform. Helps you find the changes worth making. If you're looking for your next big idea, they have you covered. Go to intelligems.io/audit. In just a few minutes, you're going to have 3 ideas that you can test today. Totally free, AI-powered audit. Go talk with Intelligems. Get the next new big idea for your business. Many thanks for Intelligems being part of the show. I just need a little hydration.
Oh my gosh, dude, not this again.
Nature's electrolytes, the best way to keep yourself electrolyted. You know, is that a word? Electrolyted, healthy, vigorous, ready to attack the day. It's pickle juice, my friends.
It's just such a volume. It's just such a volume.
And you know, our good friend AJ over at Fast Pickle, who was on the show, it's one of the few times, I think it's happened twice, we have had a brand on, and I actually ordered while we were on the show.
Yep.
So happy that I did. I drink this every day on the show.
Gosh,
that is a great find, ladies and gentlemen. That's a great find. First here of our great finds on the internet today, Tone Woodland AI ad visuals, work of art here. Okay, I think genuinely impressive. Bring this up for us, producer Jack. This tweet comes to us from Sebastian_D2C. Click in on these because the good people need to see these. Okay, I had not heard of Tone. Tone is some kind of, you know, soap, skincare, wash, some kind of thing. Look at this, bro.
Love these.
Love this.
So fun. So fun. I love these.
I mean,
it's just like people doing creative work right here. This is just creative. Yeah.
I mean, no slop. No slop to be seen.
Yeah.
Need
more of this. Need more of this, less slop.
This is the opposite of slop. This is art. This is art.
Slop, opposite of slop is pulp, pulse,
bop. Anyway, the point is that this is a work of art that is designed to sell. And I couldn't be more impressed. I want to like somehow like pull these and like,
this is great. Oh my gosh.
Show Claude, show Midjourney and say, make me this. You know, that's
what's crazy is like, this is so hard to kind of get this message across because it's a smell. It's a scent. And so you're trying to get a scent across, and you're trying to get that messaging across on the internet. From this picture, I know exactly what this smells like.
Yeah.
And so they're really good. This is a very tall task here. Selling fragrances on the internet is not for the faint of heart. This is incredible work here. Just kind of encompassing everything. Great work.
And winsome, delightful.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me feel like I'm going to be that guy when I walk in the room that all the ladies are paying attention to. That's what's in the first slide. Guys walking in the room, giant bottle. Kudos for working in a giant picture of your product in there. And look, all the ladies, oh, sir, dapperly dressed. Sir, he's missing
and guys.
But that's okay. Yeah, the ladies, the men, everybody's attracted to this guy.
Yeah.
Sir, who are you? And then this pine, like the ripping of the paper, shows this next
big fan of this.
The pine and the ripping of the paper. And so, look at that. Golly.
That's great. That's really good. Gorgeous. That is really good.
Gorgeous. More of this, ladies and gentlemen, and kudos to the team over at Tone. I don't know if Sebastian made those. If he did, good on you. Okay.
Goated.
Next, Seek mold-free coffee, now available in canned espresso. Can we look at this video, producer Jack?
Thing.
This video is it's lovely.
Look at how crispy that bad boy looks.
Crispy.
Oh my gosh, dude! If I could get my hand on one of those,
I could just get my hands on one of those and rip it right here on the show. You know, I have kind of sworn off shotgunning cans on the show because my one experience with the Yapper didn't go so well. I kind of like it'd been a while since I've shotgunned anything, but I would definitely try again. Maybe I would drink it really fast. Look how gorgeous all this looks. I don't know the difference necessarily between like the iced coffee and the espresso. I would assume like it's espressos in there instead of like, you know,
more power,
coffee, cold brew, pow. I will say though, like the first Seek canned Seek I had good pow. I mean, there was pow to that thing, was it not?
Dude, I'm like, how much? What are they putting in this stuff? What do we got here? Like, if you're going more powerful than the first one, golly, I feel like I could probably, you know, terraform Mars with the first one. So what am I doing with this here?
Terraforming Mars is that's some strong pow. That's some strong pow.
You like that pool? Yeah,
I like that pool. Congrats to Caleb and the rest of him and his brother bringing forth this new beautiful can of Seek mold-free coffee. Drink coffee, not mold. Save yourself, save a life, save your own. Kudos to them. Great find, and look forward to trying it myself. Next, here among our great finds upon the interwebs, some new Nike shoes that were unearthed from Pompeii. These were unearthed from the volcanic ash of Pompeii 2,000 years ago or so. That is what they look like. I mean, look at these things, okay? These are truly unique shoes, okay? Not run-of-the-mill. They are definitely not run-of-the-mill. Go back and show us the on-white version here, producer Jack. Go to the, okay, just look at these. I'd love your reaction here, Colin Dougherty. Your thoughts on these.
Brother, I'm going to be so honest with you. These are terrible. These are
Are
atrocious.
they?
They're atrocious. I mean, Nike, it's this weird love-hate relationship that I have with Nike, and it's been a lot of hate. Then they do a couple cool things. Now they come back to me with this, and I'm like, I don't know. Who is this for? What's the price point?
I don't know. I don't know what the price point is. I will say to me, they look very like Kanye-esque. Like I could see Ye like working with Nike to produce something like this. You know, he's been having all those shows where he's like, you know, sitting on the moon or something. He's like singing on the moon, you know, the giant globe. It's like incredibly cinematic. And then I could see him like developing something that looked like this and it would go bananas. I mean, I could see that. I wouldn't buy them, but I could see like a lot of people liking them. Essentially, it looked like shoes that you stepped in concrete on with, and the concrete stuck to your shoes. Like I could see that winning, like moon shoes dropped by Ye, collaboration with Ye. I could see that like really winning. Don't you think? Don't you think? Like, I mean, it's not for me, but it's for somebody, I would imagine.
I hope it's for nobody, and Nike recognizes that and just starts making cool products again. Because the top comment on this tweet is, "What if your shoes had a fungal infection and now you can't unsee it because it looks horrible? It looks horrible." It's like, just work with cool people. There was gonna be an ad I was gonna pull yesterday that Under Armour's running now with the twins that are super famous for basketball. I don't
Out
know
of
if you've seen it.
Miami. Yeah, the Miami.
Hey,
I mean, they
seen
don't
this?
play there. They don't play there anymore, but they used
Right.
to.
Yeah, have you seen this ad though?
I have not.
Well, yeah. So they're doing this ad. They're doing the exact playbook of like, let's get cooler again. Let's go with the cool influencers. Let's go with the people that are cool right now. Let's not put out fungal shoes. Also, with nobody attached to it. There's like no person attached to this. It's not like Kevin Durant. It's not Drake. It's not Kanye, who I would argue probably you shouldn't attach yourself to in 2026
that's
for
fair.
a brand.
That's fair.
This is a nightmare. These things aren't going to sell out, and they shouldn't.
Okay, well, let me just say this. I think, this, we can consider it kind of a consulting service. Like we should go and knock on the door at Nike, and we could set up a meeting with the board, and then you could tell them, hey, we want to go with cool. Like we want to be cool. Like, let's do cool. Like, I mean, it sounds funny to say that. It is true. Like, but cool is elusive. Cool is hard. It's hard to capture it. When you got it, you got to keep it. And how do you keep it? Like, it is an elusive thing that can make you many millions and billions of dollars. I do think it's kind of funny, though. You're couching this like, remember, like, we want to be cool. Like, be cool.
Yeah.
Do stuff with cool people.
Yeah, this isn't cool. Like,
But my point,
so crazy out here.
My point is that it could be. It could be like if it were attached to the right person. Producer Jack says they're $235. Like them being super expensive. Okay, that's automatically kind of in the cool range. Okay, they're expensive.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes them cool. Now, who are they attached to? It's a good point you bring up. Like if they're attached to the right person, probably cool. Even though I'm never going to wear them, I feel like there's somebody that this could really win with in the era of Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Don't you think?
They're trying to go high fashion here, and they're trying to replace the era of Virgil Abloh had with Off-White here with Nike, and it's just not hitting. And like this, let's just forget about this, Bab. Let's put this one. Yeah, let's get this one.
Let's forget about it.
Nike needs to work a little bit more.
Let's move forward to a little watch and react action here. Coming to us by way of Suguno, friend of the show, sponsor of the show. We did have some cowboy hats go out here as of late, and this is just like a heartwarming delight that we got back here. Can we go sound on, producer Jack, and play this for us? I feel like we need the full effect here.
Branding there.
New location.
Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, sharp.
Sharp.
Oh. Sharp, man.
Love. And I will say, let me just clear the air here. I know a lot of people will refer to me as the cowboy, or they will refer to us as the Cowboys. And I think that's appropriate. But this is a term that was developed for all of us who are navigating our way upon the digital frontier of this age. Like there is opportunity. The analogy here is that the opportunity and the dangers of the frontier of the Wild West, in which generational wealth could be made or lives lost, natural disasters, outlaws, in-laws, all of the things. The analogy here is that what was available to Americans in the Wild West on the frontier in days of yore is now available to us all. The American dream is alive and well it's on the wild web today. That's the analogy. That's the analogy. And so Ecomm
I
Cowboy
agree.
is something that we all can be, and we like to spread a little joy among friends of the show, partners of the show, in this kind of way. I think we have some breaking news or some
Not
something
breaking news.
something that you
Not
have
breaking
surfaced
news.
here.
I just wanted to surface a little bit about how I feel about Nike. Jack, can you scroll down a little bit, just a touch, and then see
More?
that 5-year? Can you scroll up a little bit? Scroll up a little bit more. Yeah, and then that 5-year all the way
Click
next
the
to all.
5Y. Yeah.
Yeah. What's that
Okay.
say? Down
It's
75%
down.
over
It's
the
down.
last 5 years.
Okay.
Is brutal.
Maybe
They've lost
Moon-
their way.
Maybe Moon Shoes is going to bring them up.
They've lost their way. They need to get everybody out, throw new people in there.
Wow.
They need to figure it out. Look at that graph.
Wow.
Looks like med ads in 2026.
Colin one-shot Dougherty's like a dog with a bone. You give him something, he's gonna hold on to that thing. He ain't letting it go. He ain't letting it
terrible.
go.
It's terrible. Also, Adidas, I don't know if you saw this, Adidas CFO.
Adidas or Adidas, because they are
Adidas.
German. They are German.
Adidas.
Adidas.
Major shakeup. CFO is out after like 15 years or maybe 20 years or something like that. Pretty wild.
Is that a major shakeup? I mean, maybe it's just maybe that person, he, she, maybe they're just retiring. I don't know. Interesting to say the least. Last of our great finds here, Universal Ads. Universal Ads bringing audience and mobile measurement partners to premium TV. Some breaking news from them. New audience partners, Klaviyo, LiveRamp, TransUnion, plus mobile measurement partners Adjust, Apps, Flyer, Branch, Coachava, and Singular help advertisers activate the customer segments and app measurement workflows they already use across digital channels on premium TV. This is good news in the same vein that you were just describing. You want to be able to target and reach the desired peoples that are already aware of you and reach them on the largest screen in the house, measure, and that you are doing so verifiably and continue to win on other services beyond Meta. Very helpful in today's day and age. A few details here. Universal Ads, which enables brands of any size to create, buy, and measure ads across premium video, launched 2 new categories in its business partners program, audience and mobile measurement partners. As performance marketers look to TV to find new customers, I think you should be. Fitting it into existing digital workflows can be daunting. Audience activation, mobile measurement have long been handled in the same platforms across search, social, and other channels, while TV usually required separate tools, setup, measurement approaches. That's where it's like not a fit for those of us that are internet coded, finding ways to win digitally, etc. Universal Ads is looking to close that gap by bringing trusted audience and mobile measurement partners directly into its self-serve TV buying platform. And I will say this, we have covered on this show a great example that her name escapes me right now, Joy Mangon. Mangon. The name escapes me. But we have seen incredible performance, for brands in our space by doing infomercial-esque content on TV. Okay.
Yes.
This brand that we cover is a giant brand. 90+% of their e-commerce revenue comes every day after their infomercial airs. And so I will continue to pound the table on this, and I want to help create it for some brands. Maybe we can do it with Heart and Soil. I'm not sure. But I want to pioneer this kind of ad format. 90-second. That's kind of like what I was describing earlier. 90-second miniature infomercial. Universal Ads has a 90-second placement. 90-second infomercial. Boom. Hit it and reap the rewards. That's what I want to as an ad format.
That's fair. I love that. I also love first and third party data. And so
Yes, you do.
I'm a huge fan of this update. I think that now you can target even more and create incredible customer segments within Universal Ads. So now you're able to target some really dialed in customers on TV, which is incredible. So now you're trying to get some nice, juicy first and third party data. plop those into universal ads, get rocking and rolling with those. Now your ads are even more targeted from the targeting that universal ads has.
And measure said performance in a way that wins on the interwebs. Moving forward to a segment that is near and dear to my heart. I've actually been wanting to talk about this all day. It's been the primary topic that has been on my heart to discuss. That segment is called Yay or Nay, and we will be discussing the one and only Tony Romo. Before we get there, a word from our sponsors over at Rich Panel and Postscript. Play it for us, producer Jack. There's a reason when people make a switch from whatever SMS partner they have at Postscript, they see a plus 22% increase in SMS revenue on average. Now, I didn't see that. I saw a whole lot more. We went from making very little money on SMS to being the top 1% account in their entire platform inside of a year. And the secret is, I just did what they said. And what they are saying is that you're leaving money on the table and your customers text you back. Go get the conversation report, direct-to-consumer.co/the conversation report. The good news is Postscript's AI shopper can now have one-to-one conversations with your customers at scale. Many thanks for Postscript being part of the show. CX team is buried in repeat tickets that are costing you money. Rich Panel is the AI help desk that fixes this massive headache and automates 70 to 80% of your interactions. You're only responsible for the exceptions. Your team of Rich Panel AI agents has got you on the rest end to end. If you're paying humans $2 to $10 per ticket, you need to see what 30 cents feels like. Ridge did this, cut their cost per ticket by 70%, save $500,000, and 50% autonomous resolution in 30 days guaranteed, or your money back. Go to richpanel.com, book your demo today. Many thanks for Rich Panel being part of the show.
Breaking news.
I don't know if this is breaking news. It's more of a news segment. Okay.
Sure.
Yay or nay. And the question at play here is Tony Romo's brand forever ruined, diminished by the potential DUI that he was just arrested for? Now, this is, for those who don't know, Tony Romo is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play football. An incredible player. I think he should be a Hall of Famer. I think he should be a Hall of Famer. He may not be at the end of the day because he did not win a ring. Okay. But I still firmly believe he could have if Dak didn't take his spot in Dak's rookie year after Romo got hurt. Okay, I digress. Tony Romo has, since leaving the NFL, been a commentator with NBC, goated commentator, okay? And he's always calling out what play is happening before anyone knows it. If you've ever watched, like, everybody loves him, okay? He does come a little bit off the cuff, as if not as prepared as sometimes as other, announcers. But I will say, I think he very much comes off as a guy you'd love to have beer with, and you'd love to watch a football game with. And you do get to do that by proxy, by listening to the broadcast. Okay. Tony Romo was recently placed under arrest in Milwaukee on suspicion. It's not confirmed. Okay. It's going to court, but on suspicion of operating under the influence. So it's not a DUI. It's a OUI. Okay. And this came out. Okay. He was placed under arrest. It's going to go to court. We do have confirmation. Next tweet here, producer Jack. We do have confirmation from Adam Schefter here as of late. CBS Sports announced the analyst Tony Romo is on leave from his role, quote, until further notice. Hate to see that. Okay. I mean, you hate to see that the guy got arrested. I hate to see it. Okay. I do. Yeah. I hate to see it. I love Tony Romo. Not just because I am a deeply entrenched Cowboys fan. I just love Tony Romo for the personality and all. Okay. He is on leave from his role in broadcasting with CBS until further notice. I don't know how long that's going to take. It looks like JJ Watt will be replacing him until further notice. Okay. I will say the reason that I bring this up, growing up in days of yore, of course, like in my mind, the question is super bad, not good. Okay. The guy's brand is hurt and there may be no way forward for him. He's going to be canceled. He's going to be, moved aside. Okay. Yeah. But we are here in 2026. I bring this up because sometimes
he's getting edits.
There's no such thing as bad press. Okay. I bring this up from a branding standpoint, very relevant to all of us in consumer. all of us who are doing business upon the interwebs, sometimes there is no such thing as bad press. The guy is getting incredible edits, okay, from his operating under the influence video, police, body cam, etc. I think that we should watch the edit that Barstool has highlighted here. Sound on. Bring us back to the start of this, producer Jack, and let's go sound on, if you will. We need to hear this from the beginning with sound on. Thank you.
Concussion. Any head injuries recently? Any concussions?
Can we have sound on?
Years, yes, but not
Oh,
recently.
maybe we can.
Please stand
Can
with
we
your
not
feet
have
together.
sound on? We're not
No.
allowed to have sound on. Oh,
No,
that
good.
hurts
What's the
me.
song? We'll get hit.
What do you prefer? Whatever you want. Okay, he's doing the test here. Did I pass the test? Guess not.
Nah.
Guess I didn't. Okay, then he gets into this
It's doing the
sick edit,
Cowboys.
okay, of him bawling out as a Dallas Cowboy. Okay, absolutely bawling out. Okay. And it's got some banger music behind it. Okay. And this thing is blowing up. This post alone, how are we looking at? Just under 4 million views.
Under 4 million views.
There have been more that have been released. Show us another one of these edits here, producer Jack. Okay, well, this one, not this one. Scroll up. Well, this is Dak Prescott. Okay, this is Dak Prescott. That's
There
what
we
we
go.
want to see. Okay, Dak
This is
Prescott.
AI.
This is AI. Dak Prescott, who took Tony Romo's job as QB1 with the Dallas Cowboys, has a very particular warm-up. You are seeing it. Okay, this has been AI-ified where Tony Romo, as he is getting tested, operating under the influence, and he's doing like the Dak Prescott warm-up. Okay, you can scroll down, producer Jack, and you can see Dak doing the exact same thing. Okay, if you know ball, then you know where this comes from. That post alone, 2.3 million views.
Yeah.
And I have to say, like, the boys are pretty excited, okay, on the timeline. Call it a little, edgy. Okay, it is.
Sure.
But everybody in the Barstool universe is excited. And I think not celebrating the fact that he was arrested, but basically just showing like, hey, Tony's one of the boys and he's awesome. Okay. And he was super funny in his police cam body footage. Also, he is a baller. My question here, yay or nay, does this hurt his brand indefinitely here forward? Is he going to be barred from, moneyed opportunities broadcasting as such? Or is he going to be able to thread the needle here and actually maybe because he's got sick edits, find a way forward on the internet?
I think this is going to be exactly like the Tiger Woods story that happened. And basically America loves to see a comeback story. America loves to see a guy get his butt kicked. And then we love to see that guy come up from the ashes and go win it all again. And, have that redemption arc. That's what you saw with Tiger Woods too, where that comeback, that win, that championship win was unbelievable. It was unprecedented because you had the greatest golfer of all time go through everything. Then he went through this terrible incident and you were like, this guy's finished. He's done. He's at his lowest point. And then he's coming back up and then he goes and wins it all. Everybody remembers the crowd following him on the golf course and there's multiple security guards holding people back because it's Tiger Woods' comeback. This kind of reminds me a little bit of that. Everybody is still going to want to see Tony Romo come back from this. Nobody wants to see Tony Romo go away. You want to see Tony Romo come back, crush it again, and rock and roll. And you hope that he is going to enter that headspace where he is on the comeback tour.
I will also say, so I agree with you. I will also say, like, there's an element of this in 2026 where not for everybody, but for a certain segment of the society, maybe our retired frat daddies, this kind of like humanizes him. I'm not advocating for drunkenness. I'm not advocating for going too far. I'm not advocating for operating under the influence. Okay. But I do think the sick edits bring this out, like maybe humanizes him a little bit. And maybe actually for a certain segment of society, they're kind of like, yeah, Romo's like me. I like to go out on the golf course too and have a few, which is what he is, that's what they are assuming has happened here. Okay. I wonder, let's just say he does get set aside. Let's say he does lose his role at CBS, NBC, wherever he is indefinitely. I wonder if there is additional opportunity for him in another place in space, like Barstool. I say this to say because John Gruden has had a meteoric rise, a meteoric like resurrection after he got barred from commentating, etc., which with his own situation. He has had like a meteoric rise on like digital native social channels, etc., inside of Barstool, so much so that, man, he's been in talks with a bunch of new coaching jobs, etc., and people like love this guy on social media in a way that they didn't before. I say this to say, like, my thinking here is that, nay, this doesn't hurt him forever in 2026. Maybe he still has a path forward. I think it definitely dings him in the near term. Not a good look. Nobody loves this. But Tiger Woods, what happened? His shirt for Sunday Red that he was wearing when he got arrested immediately sold out. Like everybody loved it. It's like, I'm buying that shirt. Okay. I'm just saying, like, the rules have changed in 2026 as such. I don't think Sunday Red is hurting, I don't think they're hurting. They sold out immediately of the shirt that he was wearing once he unfortunately got, arrested and was in that situation. I say this to say, like, I think there could be a way forward and still a bright star in the media space, maybe in a new media space if he gets ultimately disbarred from commentating as he has been used to.
That's fair. Never count out a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Never count out a Hall of Fame quarterback. I can tell that you're done with this segment, but I really liked it. And it is a Friday, so here is to everything working out for Tony Romo, hopefully very positively. And yes, moving forward, ladies and gentlemen, little closing time, some words of wisdom before closing out this show on a happy Friday. A word from our sponsors over at Northbeam and Trend Track. Play it for us, producer Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to know what's really working right now, not what worked 6 months ago, but what's actually scaling on the market today, Trend Track gives you full access to the marketing playbook of any brand in the world. From every Meta, Google, TikTok ad they run to every email newsletter they send their customers, your direct competitors, the biggest players on the market, is all there. All the market data centralized in one place, refreshed every 24 hours. Go to trendtrack.io and get hooked up with them today. Know what's actually working on the internet. Many thanks for Trend Track being part of the show. If you're in the ads manager all day long, you know the problem. Every platform takes credit. Every dashboard tells a different story. Meta says this, TikTok says that, Shopify says I made this much, I spent that much. Sometimes it's hard to know which ad platform is telling the truth. Northbeam fixes this with their own proprietary data. Starting from the actual purchase, rebuilding the customer journey from real orders, real clicks, real verified ad views, and then pushing that measurement back into the ad platform so they optimize on what's actually driving your revenue, not what those platforms assume is driving your revenue. Start measuring what was previously unmeasurable. Go to northbeam.io, book your demo today. Many thanks for Northbeam being part of the show. Okay, one more, and then we'll move away from Romo. Sam Nebel of Good Wipes. He just tweeted free Romo. He did.
There you go.
Okay.
I'm telling you, America loves a comeback story.
America loves a comeback story. Words of wisdom here to close out this Friday of Fridays. Alex Hormozi's question framework. Okay. You have seen these clips of Hormozi like answering questions. People like come to an event and then they go to the mic and they ask a question. He's got a great framework that everybody uses in order to like standardize this content and this, happening. I thought that there might be something here. We could all take away. Hormozi question framework. My name is name. Insert name. My name is Chris. I sell X and Y. We do Z revenue. I would like to be at W revenue. This is what's stopping me. ... And then you insert what's going on. I thought that was like a really great framing for this like style of content and help that Hormozy is rendering everyone. I thought this was very interesting.
Yeah, this is interesting because it immediately drops the person's business into the lens that Hormozy sees through. So,
Yeah.
like, you are that now, he is forcing you to talk his language so that he can understand your business regardless of vertical, sector, or category. And now he can basically work back from the question of, like, this is what's stopping me. Why do you think that's stopping you? Well, then have you thought about this way? Have you thought about that way? Have you thought about this way? You're trying to go from this revenue to that revenue. Okay, well, what do you need to do? You need to 5x the outputs. You need to 5x the leverage. What do you need to do at that point?
I think this would be interesting to do, particularly with Taylor sometime when we had Taylor on the show. Don't you think this would be interesting? Standardize a framework, collect questions, get call-ins, and then like have him work through 3 to 5 of these. Don't you think that would be interesting?
My name is Colin. I like cost caps.
I think there's something here. And I think there's a piece for standardizing interesting content socially, but also inside of a live kind of IRL experience and helping people like get into ask questions. We've all been at conferences and such where it's like question time and somebody might want to ask something, but they ramble and etc. I think there's something here for all of us to take away. Next, I was playing around with this tool last night. Stanley, the first AI head of content. Okay, this comes to us by way of Jay Hoovey, and who you may know him from the product Stan that allows. Yeah, this is Gary V. Gary V invested in this. Okay, he is introducing the first AI head of content. So this is like a development on what they have brought to the market. Works just like a real employee. You text. The UX is really slick. You just text them. Okay. I know I was kind of down on like texting AI a couple days ago, but I did this. It's very smooth. Okay. Making viral content is hard, requires deep research, deep platform understanding, knowing what's culturally relevant at the exact minute. You ask chat to do something, gives you something general. We've all done that. You get slop output. Stanley like studies your stuff, like he's bringing out here, studies your account. I had him do this with my account. Gave me very good advice, okay, on my own personal account. Plugs into your day-to-day, proactively suggests viral posts for you based off the most interesting things happening in your life. All you need to do is voice note them or text them. Stanley optimizes then schedules a post across all platforms. And what I will say, there's a cool video. We don't have to watch the video, but scroll down, show everybody the video, Producer Jack. What I will say that is greatly of note to me is Colin Landforce of Cut 30 tweeted positively about this. UX, slick, awesome. James Camp, who we have had on the show, he said that he has been advising said team here. I don't think we have a tweet from James on this, but he was tweeting about this as well. He said he's been advising the team on this and has already driven like X number of impressions over the past 4 weeks or so with Stanley. I say this to say, I know there's a lot of tools like this out there, but when those guys speak positively about this, my own experience, like very positive initially, there may be like a there.
Yeah, I want to see this thing in action. I want to see this thing cook. I would have to get my hands on it, but it's really interesting to understand if this actually understands the context and nuance of each of my profiles and basically the voice that I'm trying to go for.
So with mine, I just had it like look at it and make me a tweet. It did pretty good, bro. I was pretty impressed. And we're not affiliated, we're not affiliated officially in any kind of way.
How close to the way there? One shot.
Like probably 95% of the way there. I was like very impressed, honestly. I was very impressed.
Well,
I was impressed with like how I was like, I guess I was on the edge of like, how much do I feel like what's my confidence for like standing behind the assertion that the post was making? Like, what's my confidence level? I'm like probably 75% confident, like would I like really stake my claim on the post that it made? This tweet from James Camp We found it here. He says every founder has that moment. They need to post to 10x their biz, but you're staring at a blank screen. He says he's done over 5 million impressions on X using Stanley in the last couple months.
That's pretty wild.
That's like a statement. That's a statement, man.
That's
a statement. He said Stanley saved me 100+ hours, pulled tweets out of me that performed 10x my normal baseline. I've been advising the Stan team daily on this tool, and I love it. Go try it. You'll see what I mean in like 5 minutes. That's true for me. I did. Let me know if you want to test for free. I'll shoot it over. I've been testing it, and I'm impressed. So much so that I actually messaged producer Jack about it like in the middle of the night last night. Wow. Probably much to her chagrin, but I did.
Can you plug in your LinkedIn too?
Yes. Yeah. It's for X. It's for LinkedIn. It's for Threads.
Good.
Those are like the 3 that Stanley was like mentioning first, probably because they're like text heavy, you know? It does not cut video. It doesn't do anything. It's like, it's all words based. It's words based.
A wordsmith.
Yeah. It's a wordsmith. And I would say like capture my voice, like pretty good. So one to watch, and maybe there's a there. Maybe there is a there with this one. I'm most impressed with this one. More so than others I have seen. Okay, you're going to love this one. Next, this says a $100,000 app idea. I think it's a $100 million app idea. Okay, this app idea, this comes to us from Jacob Rodri. Scroll up a little bit, producer Jack. TikTok, scroll up the other way. Sorry, scroll up to the top so we can see the words. TikTok, but you can bet on what's going to happen in each video. Okay, now scroll down and play this, producer Jack, and show Colin. I think you're going to be impressed with this. Like, just play it and show what happened. Okay, she's winding up, and then you get to bet like what's going to happen, and then you select like what you're going to wager.
Oh, brutal!
You won. What's going to happen? You bet. Oh! Bro's head got stuck. No.
You could
okay, you can stop, Jack.
You could potentially do this if there's going to be some weird like insider video. Like I've seen that video. I'll help you kind of like bet on that video.
You know.
But I think you could do this if you're showing one video one time to an individual. I think you could seriously do this. And like, honestly, this would not be that hard for a Polymarket or a call sheet to just like integrate with TikTok and pull the thing in-house. And then it's like, have you seen this video? Blah, blah, blah. Try to bet on it.
And again, not advocating for it. Okay. Everybody keep your money. Okay. Betting, probably not good for us. I don't think it's great for us long-term, but an interesting idea to say the least. Like there's something here about combining like the dopamine of TikTok with like the hyper dopamine of now I'm invested financially in what is going to take place. Maybe a way that you could do this safer. Maybe in a less,
it would have to be non-viral videos. That's the crazy thing. It would have to be all of the non-viral videos because it would have to be videos that no one has ever seen before.
Yeah, that's the tricky thing. And then maybe you could do it with points, and your points like allow you to, buy something, or I don't know. But there is like something here about
you could do
being incredible.
You could do low view videos of brand posts that have been pushed out. So brands get the views.
There we go.
Then you get to redeem the points for one of the brands that you watched in the form of cash.
That's just like that's just like I don't know that would work as well.
That would work, dude.
That's just like work. watch these videos and get free stuff. It's like
basically.
An interesting one here, and there may be some wisdom to do this and not be destructive to society at the same time. Last a tweet here from Armin_show over at Aftersale. Over at Aftersale. He says in 2026, I'm seeing a huge number of 8- and 9-figure e-com brands come out of nowhere, built by founders in their 20s. Huh?
Ours.
They're lapping some of the OG massive D2C brands almost overnight. What changed? Have a few theories. Curious what others think. You can scroll down here and see in the comments. Sawyer Covington said, I think I can probably answer this very simply. Product is reasonably easy / cheap to produce, low COGS, low ship rate. TikTok Shop builds a creative flywheel. Don't over optimize the site to start. They constantly break the site funnel and tweak based on real data. TikTok Shop creative flywheel fuels meta. Statics are stupidly easy to make. All of this plus landing page tests can be done inexpensively now. You only need like 3 to 4 people to hit 10 million plus these days. I mean, I think he's right. I think he's right. If you got the right product, the right creative flywheel, I do think that's true. Your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think it is. What's interesting is like Borelli's tweet off the top of this, where he's looking at the younger, smaller teams now for his massive business. Like, some of the OGs are getting old. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that. Some of the OGs are getting a little old, and the Gen Alpha and the Gen Z are cooking. And now they know how to cook, and they're applying that to Ecomm, and they can basically speed run all of these things up really quickly because they're just AI coded and cracked out, where some of the older guys are like, I don't really know how to use Claude code. And it's like, it's 2026, my man. You gotta be cooking with that.
Yeah. It's interesting, and it's of note. And you know who else has spoken on this is Colin McGuire. Colin McGuire of Glimmer, CEO at Glimmer, also co-founder of Boomin, which is one of the great agencies inside of our space. He's been saying much the same thing. He's like, when we were on the come up, we ate all the older guys' lunch. He said, now I'm an older guy. Yeah. And some of these young guns, man, they are eating it up. And it is a new day. And there is a way to win on the internet, but it takes innovation, and it takes a new approach. It's definitely not 2020, not 2019 anymore. But encouraging to say the least. On the way to our moment of Zen as we close out this Friday, a word from our sponsors over at Rocked After Sale. Play it for us, producer Jack. If you're getting 5,000 orders a month and you can sprinkle in $3 to $4 extra on each one of those without touching your ads, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, it would. That's what brands like Olakai, Cozy Earth, Groove Life are doing with Rocked After Sale every single day by adding post-purchase upsells and downsells from the cart through the thank you page, and then stacking an extra 30 to 50 cents just by showing offers from Disney Plus, HelloFresh, Venmo, etc. It's high margin revenue straight to your bottom line. You can be live in minutes. Go to aftersale.com/offers. Truly a no-brainer. Many thanks for Rocked After Sale being part. As we close out this Fair Friday, ladies and gentlemen, we have found a delightful video of a bear swimming and enjoying summer fun.
Vibes.
I bring this up and allow space for us to take this in and for Colin One Shot Dougherty to have the final word.
This weekend, I hope that you are the bear floating down the river, just paddling away.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah. That's me this weekend. That's
me this
us.
weekend.
That's us.
Me this weekend after I see Spider-Man.
Are you going to see Spider-Man?
Oh, yeah. You bet I'm going to see that thing.
There was a video of the entire Spider-Man video.
I know.
On the movie.
It's terrible.
On Twitter. Terrible. And then the entire like the opening, I was like, oh gosh. Started watching
the whole movie. Yeah.
And then the whole movie was like the actual movie was just rickrolled. It was like, I'm never gonna give you up, never gonna keep you down. Like that was the entire like hour and 20 minutes.
That's amazing. I thought I saw that. I just didn't want to watch it, but I'm excited.
I did. I tapped in and I got rickrolled, and it was
second largest opening of all time ever.
Kind of crazy.
Everybody loves Spider-Man.
Everybody loves Spider-Man. I don't get it. Like I don't get it.
Spider-Man's the truth. Spider-Man is the truth.
Gosh, like is it? Like I've watched one of these like Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, and I was just like not blown away. I mean,
dude, Spider-Man is everybody. Spider-Man just deals with the world, and the world just constantly shoves him down, and he's like, I'm gonna be the better guy, and I'm gonna save this city. Let's rock.
Wow. Well,
that's Spider-Man.
Good for Tom and good for Zendaya. And
making so much money.
Good for the team. Good for the team. Many thanks to Matt Froehlic, growth manager at Flat Circle, for joining us today. Many thanks to Bryan Bumgardner, delivering to us the Northbeam weather report. Many thanks to Nate Lagos, founder at Shootin Doubles, a copywriter extraordinaire, for joining us here at the front of show. Many thanks to Slash, Postscript, Seguno, Rocked, Aftercell, Sati, Proxima, Universal Ads, Tide, Trend Track, Rich Panel, Intelligems, Northbeam, and more for making this show possible. Thank you for joining us. We're being cutting up and delivering a bunch of weekend watches. So stay glued to your phone. Just kidding. Have some good time and have yourself a moment of Zen over the weekend. We will be back next week. Thanks for joining us. See you on the other side.